The Atlantic League champion York Revolution is on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Onto the track, it is gone! It's gone!
Revs Baseball on WOYK is brought to you by People's Bank, Wellspan Sports Medicine, Shipley Energy, Maple Donuts, Broadway Transmission, Flying Feet, Dasher Investment Services, York Mitsubishi, Kochman Kunkel Insurance Group, Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care, Rudders, Pennsylvania Lottery, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, PSECU, Kona Ice, Smith, Mayer and Little, York County Bar Association, and by Downtown Inc.
Swinging a ground ball, rolled to short, Dead's got it, throws, it's over! And the York Revolution are 2017 Atlantic League champions!
Now with the call of today's game, here's the voice of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution, Darrell Henry.
Good evening, everyone, from People's Bank Park here in downtown York. Welcome to game number 97 of York Revolution Baseball. Tonight, it is the middle game of this three-game series, the Revs and the New Britain Bees. And the Revs going for a series win tonight, looking to make it back-to-back victories against New Britain, coming home strong last night after the off day. Hi again, everybody. Darrell Henry alongside Michael Mark Antonini. Welcome to Revs Baseball. Nice, warm summer's night here in mid-August at People's Bank Park. Sunny skies as we hit the air here this evening. And Michael, the Revs, a big win last night, 4-1. Mitch Atkins was excellent, and a big bounce-back night for the bullpen as well, finishing that game off. Flirted with the shutout, but a 4-1 win was a pretty great way to come back.
Yeah, it doesn't look any worse in the win column because they gave up a run as opposed to not giving up a run. A big win last night against the Bees. To take the series opener is huge, and really a series where you need to take 2 out of 3, and to get off on the right foot was big. Mitch was awesome, showed great composure out on the mound, battled through adversity, just wasn't nearly as sharp as we've seen in the past. 7 walks. His previous season high in a single game was 3, so you could tell from the start that the command wasn't there, but not a lot of balls put in play, only 10 balls put in play against him in 6 innings, so the strikeout pitch was working, and even with all the walks, I mean, there was never a shot that he was going to leave that game until he got through the 6th inning. He powered through, and it was pretty cool to watch him go to work on a night where he didn't have his best stuff.
Yeah, 10 was really the magic number, it seemed, last night. Only 10 balls put in play. He had 10 strikeouts. Second time this year he's done that. And the first in the league this season to get to 10 wins. Last night his league-leading 10th win. Nate Reed of Lancaster, maybe an hour or so later, officially got his as well. But Mitch was the first to another league-high win mark. He was the first to 7, first to 9, first to 10, and the quickest by a Revs pitcher to 10 wins on the calendar since Chris Cody back in 2013. Also the 5th pitcher in Revs history to log multiple 10 strikeout games in his Revs career, and obviously with him doing it here this season, all 5 have done it in the same season here in 2018. Mitch has added his name to that list. Revs are 16-17 now in the second half. Overall 48-48. New Britain 15-17 in the second half, and overall 48-47. Tonight it's Robert Carson making the start. He's 7-5 with a 3.30 ERA, which ranks 5th in the league. Right-hander Mark Hamburger goes for New Britain, 7-8 with a 4.75 ERA. And tonight we could potentially have a milestone. The next time that the Revs win a game, we will have a milestone, as Mark Mason enters tonight with 399 wins in his career as Revs manager. The next one will be number 400. Revs will go for that tonight. Coming up on the pregame, we'll have some of the highlights from last night's performance. We'll get Mace's thoughts on Mitch's performance and the team's as well. Melky Mace has been red hot at the plate. Mace will take a deeper look with us at what's going on with his number 3 hitter in the lineup. And first pitch tonight is set for 6:30 here in York on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Autism York is a non-profit group operated by a board of volunteers dedicated to supporting our local autism community. Our group exists for the sole purpose of providing support in a safe and friendly environment. Our many events and programs are offered at low or no cost to families and individuals living with autism spectrum disorders in York and surrounding counties. Autism York offers opportunities for families and individuals on the autism spectrum to learn, grow, and develop relationships that help guide one another through this shared journey. All events and programs are made possible through tax-deductible donations to Autism York. For more information or to make a donation to Autism York, please visit us at www.autismyork.org.
Show your patriotism and Revs spirit with the new York Revolution Hat Pack. Get 6 undated ticket vouchers to use any way you'd like and 2 parking passes, plus an exclusive Revolution hat featuring the Revs logo in red, white, and blue. It's an exclusive design from York's own Legacy Athletic and one you can only get through this special offer. The Revs Hat Pack, 6 game ticket vouchers, 2 parking passes, and an exclusive Revolution baseball cap, all for just $75. Get yours while supplies last at YorkRevolution.com or 717-801-HITS.
We are your auto loan experts. Hello, I'm Sue DeStefano, President and CEO of First Capital Federal Credit Union. With terms you can trust and competitive rates as low as 2.49% APR, First Capital is the first place to go when you're looking for an auto loan. At First Capital, you're a member, not just a number. You can apply for your loan online at firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any of our branches. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Need to get some cash? No problem. Head to Royal Farms, step up to the ATM, and
get your cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Yep, that's the way we do it at Royal Farms. Some retailers charge to use their ATMs. We don't. Our ATMs are surcharge free, so you can always get
cash for nothing, cause there is no fee.
Anytime at all Royal Farms ATMs.
A bank or credit card fee may apply.
York Country Day School is an independent college preparatory school. It inspires and nurtures the innovative and creative spirit of students as they pursue their intellectual promise. At York Country Day School, students are known and valued, which allows them to engage as compassionate, bold, and active citizens as they identify a purpose outside of themselves and generate the call to better the world. York Country Day School is currently enrolling students beginning at age 2 years, 7 months through grade 12. We invite you to visit for a day and stay for the education of a lifetime. For more information, visit www.ycds.org.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Revs hosting the New Britain Bees tonight, looking to make it back-to-back wins. Last night, a 4-1 victory, and highlights starting in the second inning offensively with Henry Castillo at the plate. 2-0. And a swing and a bouncing ball. Right side, it's got eyes. On into right field. Dotel scores. Walton overruns it. Now Burgess coming home. He'll beat the throw with a slide. 2-0 York. And Henry Castillo, an RBI single to right. Burgess scores on an error. And the Revs with a 2-0 lead. And then in the third, Melky Mesa staying red hot and then worse. Here's a swing and a drive, deep left center. Tuiasosopo back, it's gone! Melky Mesa hits another one. 2-run line shot into the playground in left center, his 14th of the year. And he's now driven in 15 in his last 10 games. The Revs double their lead. It's 4-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. And Mitch Atkins, he did his thing, earning his 10th win.
2 balls and 2 strikes on the left-handed hitting catcher, Skelton. Atkins ready, here's the pitch. Check swing, called strike 3 on the inside corner. Strikeout number 9 in the game, strikeout number 100 on the season for Mitch Atkins. And he's rolling here tonight against the Bees. 5 2/3 scoreless. And the strikeout pitch continues to work. 3 punch-outs in a row. He's fanned 5 of the last 6 hitters. And the Bees can't touch him. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, another slider into Roger Diaz's glove. Strikeout number 10 on the night for Mitch. Second time he's done that this season, and he gets through the 6th. He was determined to get through the 6th inning. He did, and he does with the Revs still up 4-0.
And the bullpen, a solid effort as well, finishing off a 4-1 win. And Rose is one away from potentially getting the tying run to the plate. Gomez trying to end it here. The payoff pitch. He does! Swing and a miss! He struck him out! Slider gets Rosa to end it. And the Revs return home with a much-needed 4-1 win over one of the teams they're chasing. They take the opener from the New Britain Bees. A 4-1 final. And tonight, trying to make it a series win. We'll take a timeout pregame. Mace will join us on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report up next.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
High school football kicks off this month on WOYK. The action starts Friday, August 24th as the West York Bulldogs visit the Central York Panthers. Join Gareth Hissong and Brett Petrak at 6:30 on our brand new WOYK Preps YouTube. Subscribe to WOYK Preps on YouTube to watch live and on demand, also available through WOYK1350.com. The game of the week presented by Wellspan Sports Medicine, starting Friday, August 24th on WOYK Preps on YouTube.
Autism York is a non-profit group operated by a board of volunteers dedicated to supporting our local autism community. Our group exists for the sole purpose of providing support in a safe and friendly environment. Our many events and programs are offered at low or no cost to families and individuals living with autism spectrum disorders in York and surrounding counties. Autism York offers opportunities for families and individuals on the autism spectrum to learn, grow, and develop relationships that help guide one another through the shared journey. All events and programs are made possible through tax-deductible donations to Autism York. For more information or to make a donation to Autism York, please visit us at www.autismyork.org.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for all the latest on your Atlantic League champion York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Hi, Mace. Well, big-time win coming home last night, and let's start with Mitch Atkins. League's first to 10 wins this year. Reed did get his 10th later in the night, but Mitch was first, and 10 was kind of the magic number. 10 strikeouts as well. But 7 walks was quite a bit strange for him, but what were you seeing with a very unique but successful 6 innings?
Yeah, that was a unique line right there. No runs and 7 walks and 10 strikeouts, but just every once in a while he just kind of lost his fastball, lost fastball command, and was flying open a little bit once in a while, but then to his credit, he was able to make the pitches when he needed to make them, and I don't know how many times he got out of bases loaded, at least twice I remember, and I think every inning in the first 5 innings except one, the leadoff guy was on base, I'm pretty sure. So it was a lot of stresses out there, but he really, like we say, bowed his neck and did a good job.
How big of a part of his success is his mindset and his ability to make key pitches when guys are on base?
Well, I think that's a big part of it. He's real confident. Even when he loses it for a little bit, he believes he can get it back, and sometimes you just got to throw through that. It just happens sometimes in a game. You just kind of lose your mechanics, and then you got to refocus and get back to a like a benchmark for yourself, something that you can go to, whether it's a pitch, where you stand on the rubber, where you're going to land on the mound, as to get yourself back into a rhythm. So he's able to do that, and he's in great shape too. I mean, he works really hard at keeping himself in shape and game shape. So, 110, 115 pitches, whatever he threw last night. I was really hoping he could have went clean in the 6th because I'd have ran him back out in the 7th. But once we got up into 110, 111, 112, and that was enough.
Well, and on a night where maybe you're like you said, flying open or don't have the feel, that maybe some guys get a little fine and try to find it, but it seemed like he kept attacking, right?
He did, yeah. I mean, his off speed was really good. I thought he had great command of his curveball. That was some of the best curveballs I've seen him throw all year. And I know I was with him in the bullpen, early on before the game, watching him throw, and he had a lot of life on his fastball, and just every once in a while down there he would get a little bit early to the plate or fly open a little bit and his arm would be behind him, but when he stayed back and got the ball out front, he was really good.
Another great thing to see was the way the bullpen stepped up, and it had been a beleaguered unit, unfortunately, the previous couple of days, but 3 guys out there did a nice job last night, too.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's frustrating, the Long Island series. That's behind us now. We can't do anything about that. We can only take care of what's in front of us, and, I think those guys came out refocused last night, and I'm sure they wanted to get back on track too. I mean, sometimes as a pitcher or a player in general, sometimes you just feel embarrassed about what you did the last time, and you feel bad that you let your teammates down, you let yourself down, and so sometimes guys can't wait to get back out there and really attack the zone, and we did that last night.
Melky, another home run, and it's now 15 RBIs his last 10. We saw when Zoe got here and was getting on base, Melky had a lot of those RBIs that didn't require hits, but what about the impact that Telvin also has behind him, the pitches that he's seeing?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was going to say, with Telvin hitting behind him. We told Melky when Telvin got here, it's like you're going to see some pitches to hit, just because they're not going to try to pitch around anybody, and you get Nash and Dotel behind him, so our lineup's pretty good. Our batting lineup's pretty good. I mean, there's not a whole lot of breathers in there, and even some of the players on other teams have said, wow. I mean, even Kevin Diaz up in Long Island said to me after the second game, he goes, when are you guys getting out of town with this lineup that you have? But, it's a fun lineup. It's fun to write it down. We can give some guys days off right now, which I'm doing, and moving some guys around. There's some guys I want to see play a little bit. I want to see Castillo play. He's played really well in the past week. I think he can swing the bat. A lot of his outs have been in Long Island. He massacred the ball right at people in left field, right field. So I want to see his versatility and see what he can do. And Diaz is doing a good job behind the plate too. He really has, and he's been putting the ball in play and doing some good things. So, it's good to see the young guys, step up and have some fun too.
And facing Hamburger tonight is, if I remember, is the breaking stuff what stands out with him?
Yeah, I mean, he knows how to pitch. I mean, he uses both sides of the plate really well. He keeps the ball down in the zone, what I remember. And he just, he knows how to pitch. So we're going to have to be patient, have a good approach, same thing every night, and then go up here and try to execute.
All right, Mace, thanks a lot. Good luck.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that is Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. Robert Carson completing his warm-ups on the game mound tonight, and we are set to go. New Britain lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. Darren Ford in center field leads things off. Jamar Walton in right field bats second. Davidson Romero is the third baseman hitting third. Jason Rogers at first base to hit cleanup. Matt Tuiasosopo is the designated hitter batting fifth. Jovan Rosa in left field will hit sixth. Joe Pilecki making his season debut is at second base batting seventh. Vinny Sienna, the shortstop, hitting eighth, and Ryan Wagner will catch and bat ninth. We're set to go. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is in for a called strike, and we are underway as Brian Miller calls the first strike. A night ago, he ejected Robert Carson while he was coaching first base. Here's the 0-1, and it misses high and away. And that one might be because of the argument last night. No, just kidding. That was very high.
Well, it was a weird ejection last night, and if it's going to be a storyline tonight, that's yet to be seen. But it was just a strange ejection last night from Miller.
And now Carson hits the outside corner and jumps ahead, 1-2.
And it was one that was definitely not necessary. It was early in the game. Carson really didn't do anything unless he said, a magic word, and we don't think he did.
I was told he drew a line in the dirt when he pointed down.
And that was it.
Yep. Pitch is swung on, pounded against the plate. Carson will hop off the mound. He fields, turns, fires to first. So he fields the first one himself on a topper against the plate. And it's a 1-3 out to start the night.
Yeah, easy comebacker right there. Rob taking his time. A guy who fields his position really well. Really has that field it, spin, then throw, down pat. Nice start to the games. Weak contact, that's what you want, and that's what Rob got.
I want to bring up Jamar Walton. He's hitting .269, 9 homers. Tough stretch, though. 3 for 31 his last 8. First pitch, it is a called strike up around the belt. The Miller, the balls and strikes. You've heard him. Drew Hoagland at first. Brian DeBrouwer, the crew chief, at third. There's the 0-1. Breaking ball misses up and in. For Carson, his last start, 6 innings at Long Island on Friday. 5 runs, all in 1 inning with 2 outs. He deals, and a swing and a miss. Good breaking ball there. The Revs came back from down 5-2 in that one to win 7-5. He took a no decision. Just the one rough inning, that was all. It was the 1-2. And a strike 3 called. Breaking ball paints the inside. It started in on Walton and had him all tied up. Can't pull the trigger. 2 down here in the top of the first inning tonight.
That's a great pitch to go on the inner half, and Walton with lefty-lefty may be expecting something on the outer part of the plate. But he gets something inside, and that's a good look from Rob there. Good hold by Diaz.
Revs are in the black jerseys and hats tonight. New Britain is in their gold uniform tops again. And here's Davidson Romero, third baseman, hitting .263, 12 homers. First pitch is hit deep. Down the line in left field, he stands to watch. It lands foul. He knew he was just a little early on it, and he never left the batter's box. Just foul past that little foul pole down the line and left. And it is just a loud strike. Romero has struggled of late. Carson trying to continue that. He's hitting .182 his last 9. And now the 0-1. It is off the plate away. Carson coming in tonight. Record of 7-5, ERA at .330, which ranks 5th in the league. 26 outings, 10 starts. And the pitch, it is down and away. 2 balls and a strike. He's starting against New Britain for the first time this season. The 2-1. And there's a slider for a strike. Using the slider a lot here early in the game, righties and lefties. And he will do that. That is one of his go-to pitches, whether it's to get ahead or to put a guy away. Now the 2-2. And a swing and a foul back over the roof. Our weather tonight brought to you by Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. 91 degrees on the stadium board. Skies are fair, mostly clear and sunny. As Everett George makes a visit our way.
Well, he's got his shades on. You know it's sunny then if Everett's rocking them.
Here's a fastball called third strike. Carson nails the inside corner, and Romero accidentally had the bat slip out of his hand. It almost hit Brian Miller, the plate ump, and he had to quickly apologize for that. But Carson, a 1-2-3 first, 2 strikeouts looking, and at the end of a half inning, it's the Bees nothing. The Revs coming up.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
The Revolution plays here.
Play ball!
The new Sports Radio 1350.
Revs come to bat against right-hander Mark Hamburger. Ironic that there are hamburgers served as the press box dinner here tonight. Our starting lineup brought to you by Flying Feet has Alonzo Harris at second base leading off. Alexi Casilla, third baseman, hitting second. Batting third in left field is Malky Mesa. Cleanup man Talvin Nash at first base. Wellington Dotel in right field hitting fifth. Michael Burgess, the DH, bats sixth. Henry Castillo at short. Rather, Roger Diaz catching. Almost said Ryan Dent. Roger Diaz catching, and Travis Witherspoon in center. Here is Hamburger's first offering and misses outside. Zoe hitting at 222, 8 for 36. 1 home run, 6 steals in 11 games. 1-0, and it is a called strike. Outer edge at the knees. Hamburger, who with Zach Treese no longer on the circuit, clearly has the longest hair. The 1-1 and a foul back off the netting. He apparently skateboarded to the ballpark today, and the Bees were over here on the bus, and here came their starting pitcher zooming by them on the skateboard.
So he said, no, I don't need the team bus. I'm just going to skateboard over.
Apparently so.
It's not that close, so he must be a good skateboarder to be able to do that.
He winds, he fires, and a swing and a number back to him. He gloves it, sidearms it over to first, and there's one away. A Hamburger gets Harris to start his night. Those two were teammates in the American Association.
He's just a wacky dude overall.
Yes.
Everything about him.
He still lives out of his car.
Are we talking like an actual car, or like a type of van type thing?
It was described to me as a car. Here's Alexi, and he swings, foul tips one off the catcher Wagner. Now this is straight from Mike Moore, our counterpart next door. At home games, apparently he will ride standing up on the back of this little sponsored bus that I guess goes around town, and that's how he gets to the stadium. Here's the 0-1, and a fastball missed inside. He's very superstitious. He wears an old Orlando Magic Shaq jersey, the black one with the blue letters. Here's a bouncer left side, circling from short. Sienna on the charge, and he'll toss it across on the run to get Casilla at first, and Alexi not quite able to bust it down the line the way he normally does. Came out of a game at Long Island on Friday with a little something or other.
So does one of Hamburger's teammates rock a Penny Hardaway jersey when they're together?
I don't know.
What does he do that for? Is that like a before start thing?
I think so.
Just rocks that.
I don't think it's on now.
Right.
Yeah, I understood it as being a game day superstitious ritual. Here's Mesa. First pitch fastball is in for a strike. And he's also big into Fortnite, I understand. I said, give me the scouting report. And that was it. Pitch to Melky, swings, chops it to third, and a short hop pick by Romero on the backhand. He'll throw it across to first. 3 ground outs for Mark Hamburger in a 1-2-3 first inning. Big bounce on that one, and then the short hop handled by the third baseman. We've played an inning tonight here at Peoples Bank Park. No score.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
So, John, what should the Eagles' focus be this season?
Eagles fast play for sure.
As opposed to what?
I'm talking Eagles fast play tickets from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Playing's faster than our wide receiver running a slant.
Faster than our defense blitzing the QB?
Oh, yeah. The game's got progressive top prizes, plus second chance drawings for Eagles game tickets, meet and greets, autographed merchandise, and more.
Wow, I'm going to get mine fast.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
The Baltimore Baseball Show with Dan Connolly, right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Out of the second inning, no score here tonight. It is Sensory Awareness Night, as we have that. I believe it's the 3rd straight year, so a little bit quieter surroundings tonight. Cannonball Charlie has a night off. Jason Rogers leads off the second. First pitch is lined left field, base hit. Jumps on the first one. Over toward the line goes Mesa, and he'll toss it in. It's a leadoff single for Rogers. Came in 8th in the league in hitting at .308.
No, the Revs can't get him out either. At least the rest of the league has had trouble as well. The guy just has a simple approach at the plate, and he can spray it to all fields.
He's now on base 5 out of 6 times to begin this series. Last night, 1 hit, but he walked twice and was hit by a pitch. Here's Tuiasosopo. Moved to first, and diving back is Rogers. Tuiasosopo, the DH, hitting .229, 5 home runs. 22 driven in. And Carson delivers. Fastball, there's a called strike.
Coming into this game, Rogers was hitting .214 against the Revs, but with a .378 on base percentage. And over the last 2 series between the teams, I got to believe it's around 500.
Moved to first. He is back standing up. Rogers spent some time in Japan before coming back to the U.S. Last week they lost a starter, Andy Van Hecken, to Taiwan. Here's the 0-1. And a ground ball off Carson's leg. Picks up, throws to second. Castillo, the shortstop, fires to first. 1-6-3. That one stung, though. And Carson stood there watching to see the double play get completed. And now goes hobbling and grimacing in toward home plate. Turns and walks back toward the mound. Looked like he tried to wave off Mason Chong. He's yet to rub it. And it was down around the shin of his right leg, his landing leg.
Man, that's a tough play right there. And one, if it hits you, and Normally you're going to be kind of in shock and maybe not go after that ball right away, but Carson made the play, didn't let it affect him, and he's all right.
He's tough. I don't think he even wants a warm-up because Mace and Chong are already heading back. There was a time this year where they were out every other inning, it seemed.
Yep.
I don't miss those days. The team does have its share of issues anyway on our WellSpan Sports Medicine Injury Report. Luis Cruz, the latest to go in the DL with, they'll find out more tomorrow, but what they fear might be a hamate bone issue. Tyler Clark was activated from his own finger damage that was done. He is available. Here's Jovan Rosa. First pitch is down low, breaking ball. The Revs with Jay Goss activated last weekend as well. He is on the lineup card out of the bullpen tonight. A 1-0. And a swing, a towering fly toward the line in left field. It's shallow. The infielders are back. Mesa is in, and Mesa calls and makes the grab just across the line in foul ground. And a very late route taken by Henry Castillo to get out of the way as he was tracking it all the way until Mesa called on its way down. Ends up being a 1-2-3 inning thanks to the double play. Leadoff single was washed out. Now we go to the bottom of the second, still scoreless.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Smith, Mayer & Little is a holistic wealth management group with one product, advice. We aim to simplify our clients' lives, help them retire comfortably, and build lasting legacies for their families and the causes they care about. Our purpose is simple, to make a meaningful difference in the lives of our clients, our community, and the world in which we live with the advice we provide. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. We make our living by making a difference. Visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
This is Jay Gaush. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Spurt Radio 1350, WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score, bottom of the second. Talbot Nash will lead things off. Nash, Dotel, Burgess facing Hamburger, who got 3 groundouts in the first inning. The long-haired righty kicks and fires. First pitch is swung on and fouled back. I want to say hi to Revs fan Trey Himes, who's tuned in tonight. Probably on his way home from a practice of some sort. Nash hitting .395, 6 homers in 11 games back, 14 driven in. And Hamburger lifts the legs, strides, and a swing at a high, towering fly in center, but Ford is coming in on this one. And now he'll walk backward a couple of steps and make the play. As Nash got under that one, a towering fly in shallow center, 1 down.
Both starting pitchers in a little bit of a groove early. And there's been some aggressive swingers on both sides, swinging early in the count, also guys that have tried to work the count. But just good pitchers making good pitches so far.
Hamburger 7-8, 4.75 ERA in 18 starts, third in the league in innings. With 108, only 38 walks, 76 Ks. Here's Dotel, who shows bunt. Pitch missed just outside. Dotel at 303 overall, 315 with York. 6 home runs, 43 knocked in. Hamburger goes from the extreme first base end of the rubber. He fires, and a swing and a foul back off the netting. Starts his windup angled toward third a little bit. He was a teammate of Alonzo Harris in St. Paul. There's the wind, the 1-1. And a swing and a drive the other way, right center. Jamar Walton going back, and it is off the top of the fence and in play. Dotel scampers into second standing. It hit the top of the wall padding, and it sort of rested on that cushion for a split second before coming down. Dotel misses a home run by, maybe 6 inches to get it actually up and over that fence, and it's an Oppo double off the top of the wall in right center.
Probably no more than 6 inches and that thing's over the wall, but that's just easy opposite field power for Wellington. You know, one of probably the top 3 guys on the team in terms of power to right center for a right-handed hitter. Him and Melky up there, and a couple other guys that can shoot a ball that way. Of course, Telvin Nash, probably the easiest power of anyone on the team, but I mean, out to right center, the ball carries a little bit, but that's just strength from Dotel.
Now here is Burgess. First pitch is down low, breaking ball. He's got to be among the best opposite field hitters in the league from the right side. That's where he does a lot of his damage.
And then you got a guy at the plate right now, Big Mike. Left center power for opposite field power for a left-handed hitter. I mean, as good as anyone in the league.
Now the 1-0. And a fastball in for a strike. Burgess DHing tonight, hitting at .224, 12 home runs, 40 driven in.
And Mike's a guy who, it doesn't take much to get him going. He's one of those guys that all it takes is maybe 1 or 2 games, a couple home runs in a week, and that really gets him going. Got to believe he's got that left in him this season.
1-1. And a swing and a fly ball left field. Rosa coming in at shallow. And he will make the grab, 2 down. Good fill, Michael.
Yeah. It's my job.
Here's Henry Castillo. Dotel at second with 2 outs. Each team with 1 hit here in the early going. Scoreless game. Last year, Hamburger made 1 start in the regular season with Somerset after going 13-6 in St. Paul, 3.56 ERA. The year before, 12-6 when he was Zoe's teammate there, 3.29 ERA. So 2 years in St. Paul. The year before that, he was at AAA with the Twins, had a good year at Rochester. Pitch to Castillo, swinging a foul tip, back behind the plate. And he pitched in New Britain at AA when he was in the Twins system. That was 4 years ago. He called New Britain home briefly. He had been in St. Paul in 2013. His performance there got him a contract with the Twins for the following year. But early in his career, as he has a quick visit from his catcher Wagner, whatever he said must have made Wagner and the plate ump laugh. Spent some time in the Twins system, then the Rangers. He made it to the big leagues with Texas for 5 games in 2011. Briefly in the Padres and Astros systems at AAA as well. 0-1, and a swing and a foul out of play, third base side. I'm not sure that, I don't know if every club would allow the hair.
No.
The way it is.
Definitely not.
Or if that's I don't know if that's a thing of the past. I mean, for many years, the Yankees wouldn't allow facial hair. On the stretch. He's firing and a swing and a miss. A high fastball gets Castillo. He was looking straight down at the dirt and tilting his head back and forth one time after another, checking Dotel at second, and gets the K to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the third. It's a 0-0 game.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2018 York Adams League.
Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football preview. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Since 1934, PSECU has given Pennsylvanians financial opportunities to live a better life. We are a credit union who offers valuable free and low-fee financial products, broad lending options, and outstanding money management for financing life. At PSECU, we are proud of who we are and committed to who we serve because our Pennsylvania roots run deep. We are banking on a difference. Visit PSECU.com to join us. This credit union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration. Equal Opportunity Lender.
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
No score. We start the third inning tonight. And Joe Pilecki making his season debut. Lead things off. Starts at second tonight. First pitch to the right-hand hitter from Carson. It's over for a strike. Pilecki, who's from Connecticut, has played with Bridgeport when they've needed an infielder. Parts of 3 years briefly on their team. The pitch to him, it is down low. His fifth season in pro ball. He attended Quinnipiac College in Connecticut. Carson the stretch, the 1-1, and a breaking ball lofted high in the air down toward the corner and left. Mesa will hustle over the bullpen mound, and it hits the Grand Slam Brewhouse, the shack right on the roof. Rebounds out into left field, 1-2. Bottom third of the order. Pilecki, Sienna, and Wagner. James Skelton, a night off tonight. Jonathan Galvez, who's been playing second base, also a night off. And Carson ready. He kicks and fires. And a swing and a foul back off the netting. We'll do it again. Revs with the win last night, 27-22 at home. New Britain on the road, 2 games under 500. Now another 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Fastball got him. Robert Carson, his third strikeout of the night. 1 down here in the third.
Oh, it's an awesome sign to see him have the strikeout pitch working early on. And, you know, the Bees are a really good offensive club. Record-wise, they're around the same as the Revs, but like the Revs, they can hit the cover off the ball. 1 through 9, you go through that lineup, and everybody in the lineup can burn you. Guys coming off the bench for a day in the lineup, and Carson's just carving them up right now.
Here is Vinny Sienna, who had a huge series here last week. First pitch, he swings, skies it, right center field. Dotel in right tonight, trots to his right, and he'll put it away with Witherspoon playing back up behind him on that play. 1 pitch out, and that's out number 2.
Oh, nothing better in baseball than 1 pitch outs, I'm telling you. It's, especially during a long season, during the grind, when your starting pitcher can go out there and get outs on 1 pitch, pop up, ground out, even 2 or 3 pitches, but it's big later in the season when you're really hurting for guys to eat up innings, and guys can get, like Rob can get through quick innings like this.
Now here's the catcher, Ryan Wagner, who takes a strike. Wagner hitting at .231 in 20 games played, 1 homer. Third-year pro awaits. And he swings, loops one, out into shallow right. Harris out easily from second, calling off Dotel with his glove, and makes the play with his glove. 1-2-3, third inning. Carson's faced the minimum through 3, and that was quick. We go to the bottom half of the third, still scoreless.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Autism York is a nonprofit group operated by a board of volunteers dedicated to supporting our local autism community. Our group exists for the sole purpose of providing support in a safe and friendly environment. Our many events and programs are offered at low or no cost to families and individuals living with autism spectrum disorders in York and surrounding counties. Autism York offers opportunities for families and individuals on the autism spectrum to learn, grow, and develop relationships that help guide one another through the shared journey. All events and programs are made possible through tax-deductible donations to Autism York. For more information or to make a donation to Autism York, please visit us at www.autismyork.org.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WYK. First in York, first in sports.
No score. We head to the bottom of the third tonight. Roger Diaz will lead things off. Witherspoon and Harris to follow. Mark Hamburger, who has allowed 1 hit, a Dotel double in the second. Here's his first pitch of the inning. It is a little bit high. Hamburger's had great success in Australia in his career. Winter ball to us, but that's summer for them. The pitch and a swing and a miss. Diaz reaching at a fastball toward the outside. Hamburger at 88. He's usually high 80s. Pitch and a swing and a chopper to third. One big hop to Romero coming in. And with the wrist, he'll flick it across to first on the run. 1 up, 1 down. And Travis Witherspoon to follow. Spoon at 249 with 6 homers, 22 knocked in. The Revs coming in tonight and the Bees, both teams have a pretty good amount of work to do in their own division. The wild card standings, as Hamburger takes a deep breath, kicks, fires, and that's in tight for ball 1. Lancaster has the top spot. Long Island, if they need it, is 4.5 back. Here's the wind and the 1-0. And a swing and a high pop-up. Left side of the infield, it's Romero at third. Under it waiting, didn't have to range far. Oh, actually, it's the shortstop. Thanks, Davidson, as he faked me out. And Sienna, the shortstop, is the one to handle it. That was pretty good synchro from those two.
Yeah, I mean, I had no reason to believe it wasn't going to be Romero that was going to catch that ball. But that's looking like Adrian Beltre and Elvis Andrus out there. You ever see videos of those two out there?
Yep.
They're clowns. I mean, any fly ball in Beltre's direction, Andrus makes sure he goes right behind him or right next to him, puts the glove up.
That's great. Here's Alonzo. First pitch, he takes all the way. It's a strike.
Oh, and Adrian Beltre also doesn't like to have his head touched.
I know. Yeah, I've seen that.
So
he gets so mad.
Yeah, and it's even funnier when it's Andrew's trying to do it.
Hamburger nods yes. Here's the wind, the 0-1. And that misses down and away. So both teams really are hoping that second wild card becomes available. New Britain 3 back of Long Island, the Revs 3.5. Long Island leads Somerset in that division by 2.5. Pitch is popped up. Here we go again. Romero across the line into foul ground from third, over by the coach's box, and this one's all him as he makes the play to end the inning. And Hamburger has retired 9 of the first 10 that he's faced tonight. He and Carson locked up in a good one through the early stages. We're going to the 4th. Michael with the play-by-play. The Revs and the Bees are scoreless.
Tired of hearing that music? Especially when you already have that same ice cream in your freezer. Try something new and amazing with tropical shaved ice. On Monday morning after the big company event, do you want the buzz down the hall to be, how awesome was this year's company picnic? Then crush boredom and bring on Kona Ice with over 32,000 flavor combinations. This is not your typical lackluster snow cone. Their flavors are bold and delicious. Fuzzy Navel, Margarita, Blue Hawaiian. Kona Ice is dairy-free, gluten-free, and they even offer flavors that are sugar and dye-free. No party is too big or too small. They can serve up to 1,000 people per hour. They have party packages starting as low as $100. To add more excitement to your next event, find them online.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Coatman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Coatman Kunkel Insurance.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, a family tradition since 1946.
This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Just a bunch of zeros on the scoreboard here at Peoples Bank Park as we go to the top of the 4th inning. Revs and Bees in the middle game of this 3-game series. 0-0 the score as Robert Carson goes back to work in the 4th. First pitch ball a little bit high in the zone to leadoff man Darren Ford. It's Ford, Walton, Romero, the top 3 in the New Britain order. Ford grounded back to Carson to lead off the game. He's 0 for 1. Solid night last night, went 3 for 5, 3 singles and a run scored as he takes a strike on the outer half. Emphatic strike call by the plate umpire Brian Miller. It's 1-1. Each team with just 1 hit apiece. Robert Carson 3 strikeouts and the 1 hit allowed. Mark Hamburger for the Bees 1 strikeout and just 1 hit allowed as well. 1-1 pitch, breaking ball sent through the 5.5 hole into left field, a base hit. So just as I mentioned that Carson had only given up 1 hit through 3 innings, gives up a leadoff knock to Ford right there. Second time tonight the leadoff man has been on. The only previous hit that Carson gave up was a single from Jason Rogers to lead off the second. So just a couple harmless singles so far for Rob on his line. Brings up the left-handed hitting right fielder Jamar Walton. Walton back in right again tonight. Fixture out there all season for the Bees. Move over to first and back safely is Ford. Alexi Casilla in at third base, potentially expecting a bunt or even just respecting the speed of Walton, who runs pretty well. Carson looks at first, short lead for Ford. And the pitch, breaking ball, looping liner out to right, coming on is Dotel. He'll play it on a hop. Looked like Dotel just did not read that ball right as his first step was back, and that pretty much cost him as it drops just a few feet in front of him. He played it off his chest. Ford had to hesitate because of the liner, but he'll move up to second base. For back-to-back singles, neither ball hard hit off Carson. Walton was out in front of that, but kept his hands back and was able to flick it into right. Now Davidson Romero, 0 for 1 with a strikeout, looking to end the first inning. Last night was 0 for 4, walked once. Revs have kept him off base for the most part this season. First and second, no outs. First pitch from Carson. Blooped into shallow right field. Dotel coming on near the line. He's under it, makes the grab. Tagging and heading to third is Ford. Here's the throw from Dotel, not in time. On one hop to Alexi Casilla. Sliding in feet first is Darren Ford at third base. And now Robert Carson and Alexi Casilla and Melky Mesa in from left are going to ask third base umpire Brian DeBrouwer. Actually, that's the home plate umpire Brian Miller covering third. If Ford was off the base. Casilla held the tag as Ford slid in. The base came up, but he is ruled safe at third. So from second to third goes Ford. It's now first and third for the Bees with one out. And they're threatening to score the first run of the game. Well, here's Jason Rogers, the first baseman. Singled his first time up, was erased on a double play ball. Rogers top 10 in the league in hitting. He's had an excellent season for the Bees. The Revs just simply cannot get him out. Only 2 official at-bats last night. Went 1 for 2 with an RBI double that broke up the shutout in the 9th. Also walked twice and was hit by a pitch. One out in the inning, runners at the corners, no score, top 4. And the pitch, low in the zone, Diaz blocks it, it's 1-0. I mentioned earlier the numbers for Rogers on the season against the Revs, just a .214 average coming in, but the on-base percentage at about 400. However, in this series, this game counting the 2 games so far and then the 3-game series last week, Rogers has been a really tough out. 1-0 from Carson, change up a bit low in the zone, it's 2-0. It wasn't too long ago last week that Rogers reached base safely all 4 times against the Revs. He went walk, single, double, and an RBI single. That was back on Tuesday, August 7th, and then reached base safely 4 times again last night. A cutter on the outside corner that misses to Rogers. That one was close, but Brian Miller did not give Rob the call. It's 3-0. No score yet in this one, top of the 4th inning. 3 hits for the Bees, just 1 hit for the Revs. Pitcher's duel between Robert Carson and Mark Hamburger. Rogers, the big slugger in the right-handed batter's box, ready for the 3-0. Rob's pitch, fastball chopped out to short. Casilla boots it out at short. And instead of maybe being able to turn a double play, maybe at least getting 1 out, he gets nothing. And we'll see what they score that. Castillo tried to backhand that at short. And the Revs get nothing. A run comes in to score. And it's 1-0 Bees here in the 4th. I'll bring up Matt Tuiasosopo. They're going to call it a base hit for Rogers in the infield. I don't necessarily agree with it, but they do call it a single, an infield hit for Rogers. First and second now for Tuiasosopo. This one squirts through the legs of Diaz. Both runners move up. So just like that, it's second and third. The Bees have already taken a 1-0 lead. They strike first in this one. Revs scored first and won 4-1 last night. So Walton on third, Rogers on second. See if that one maybe gets changed later in the game. But they do give Rogers an infield single. 1-0 Bees in the 4th, 1 down and runners at second and third. Tuiasosopo, the DH. The 1-0 pitch to him, misses inside, it's 2-0. So Carson has fallen behind each of the past 2 hitters. Now the 2-0, fastball high and away, 3-0. So back-to-back 3-0 counts. Carson came in with 7 wins, 5 losses on the year, 349 earned run average. And the 2-0 hard hit ground ball past Carson up the middle of base hit. 1 run is in. Here comes the second runner. Throw to the plate is cut off by Telvin Nash. And 2 more in for the Bees. Carson unhappy with himself after that hard hit single up the middle. The trail runner on that play, Rogers from second, slipped rounding third. So the throw to the plate from Spoon in center, if it wasn't cut off, maybe it gets there in time, but it was a little bit up the third base line, so they still might not have got him. Either way, it's 3-0, and Paul Fletcher out for a mound visit with Robert Carson. Carson pacing around the back of the mound. Roger Diaz will head out with Fletch. It's 3-0 Bees in the top of the 4th. Walton, who singled in the inning, came around to score the first run. He scored from third, and then Rogers, stumbling around third, scored from second. This game has changed pretty quickly. Carson had given up just 1 hit and faced the minimum through 3 frames, but has allowed 3 runs already here in the 4th, only 1 out. Runner at first is Tuiasosopo, the 2 RBI single. He burns the Revs again. That'll bring up the left fielder, Jovan Rosa. The line keeps moving. Rosa, a versatile player for this Bees team. Started at first base last night. Was the DH the night before. Left field tonight. Carson misses outside with the ball there. It's 1-0. The Bees are a pretty versatile team in the field. They can move guys from the infield to the outfield. They use their DH as a rotational position, much like most of the teams in the league. 1-0 pitch, misses low. It's 2-0. In the last series between the two teams, Rosa DH twice and started at first base once, so we've seen him in a few different spots. Hitting in the 6 hole tonight. Here's Carson's 2-0. Breaking ball tapped foul. A little bit behind the plate off to the left. It's 2-1. 3-0 Bees, top 4. 1 out and a man on first. 2-1 the count on Rosa at the dish. Bees trying to even up this series and the season series. The Revs lead the season series 7-6 after last night's win. 2-1, hard hit ground ball down the third base line, foul into the Bees bullpen. And the count goes to 2-2. Carson in his last start took a no decision at Long Island on August 10th. 6 innings, gave up 8 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 2. 98 pitches in that one. The Revs eventually won that game, a come-from-behind win. Now this one popped up foul territory, first base side. Nash reaching into the Revs dugout. He makes a basket catch. Telvin Nash read it all the way. He found the ball in the air, went to the spot right in front of Mark Mason and Paul Fletcher in the Revs dugout, reached his glove in, held it like a basket, and he brings home out number 2. A heck of a play by Telvin Nash ranging into the dugout. 2 down now in the top of the 4th. What a play. And Telvin, a guy who's fielded his position well in the past, he makes a nice play right there. He's done an excellent job at first on picks in the dirt, low throws, digging them out. Makes a nice grab on the pop-up there. A dandy of a play from Nash is makes a web gem, robs Rosa of at least seeing one more pitch at the plate. Did not rob him of a hit. That was a foul ball. But Carson really needed that. So here's Joe Pilecki, the second baseman. 1-0 pitch from Rob, chop foul off of Pilecki's leg. Count even at 1. 2 outs in the inning, a man on first. The Bees have scored all 3 of the game's runs here in the top of the 4th. It's 3-0. They've done so on 4 hits in the inning. They've gone single, single, fly out, single, single, and then the pop out. 1 infield hit in the inning. Could have been called an error. Carson set, taking his time. The 1-1 to Pilecki. Popped up foul territory again, first base side. Nash ranging over again. This one will be out of his reach, over the Revs dugout into the first row of seats. Somebody in the Revs dugout grabbed that ball and threw it back to a fan in the stands. And now Rob will look to make another pitch to Pilecki and try to get out of this 4th inning. 1-2 the count on the right-handed hitter. He struck out swinging his first time up. Rob checks first. Diaz wants it outside. Runner goes. He's got him picked off. Nash has it at first. Throws down to second. And they get the runner. Henry Castillo comes in from short. Puts the tag on Matt Tuiasosopo. And that's how the inning ends. Another pickoff for Robert Carson. He does that so well. That is pickoff number... That is pickoff number 2 on the season for Rob. And we go to the bottom of the 4th with the Revs trailing 3-0. We'll see what the Bats can do against Mark Hamburger.
Shipley Energy is more than just an energy company. We're a family tradition. Our goal is to provide outstanding customer service and to make energy easy for you. From heating oil and propane to natural gas and electricity, our team can help. We also offer HVAC services, installation, maintenance, and service plans to keep your home safe and comfortable. In addition, our team can improve the quality of water in your home. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-5-SHIPLEY. We make energy easy.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA home insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA home insurance to AAA auto insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA home insurance.
High school football kicks off this month on WOYK. The action starts Friday, August 24th as the West York Bulldogs visit the Central York Panthers. Join Gareth Hissong and Brett Petrak at 6:30 on our brand new WOYK Preps YouTube. Subscribe to WOYK Preps on YouTube to watch live and on demand, also available through WOYK1350.com. The game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, starting Friday, August 24th on WOYK Preps on YouTube.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the fourth inning from People's Bank Park in downtown York. Michael Marcantonini with you on the broadcast. It's the Bees 3 and the Revs nothing. They got all three of their runs in the top of the fourth. Alexi Casilla leads off the bottom of the fourth for the Revs, takes a ball high from right-hander Mark Hamburger. Hamburger's allowed just one hit. He's also struck out a batter through 3 innings so far. He's retired 9 of the 10 batters he's faced. Alexi Casilla gets the first crack at him in the fourth. 1-0 pitch, that's high as well. It's 2-0. Casilla, Mesa, Nash, 2-3-4 in the Revs order. Revs went ground out, ground out, ground out in the first inning. Then fly out, double, fly out, strikeout in the second before ground out, pop out in the third. So Hamburger's been effective. Wellington Dotel, the only hit an opposite field double off the top of the right field wall. 2-0 pitch, fastball high. It's 3-0, and it easily could be 1-0 Revs. That Dotel ball that he struck the wall with in right center hit the very top of the padding out in right center, and that was just inches away from making it a 1-0 Revs game at the time. 3-0 pitch to Alexi, taking all the way. That's strike one, 3-1. Revs trail 3-0. They won last night's game 4-1. Took a shutout into the ninth. 3-1 pitch. Alexi taking there. Thought it was ball 4. Was getting ready to throw his bat over to the Revs dugout, but is called strike 2. So a full count now on Alexi. Patient approach. Hamburger, the full count pitch. This one's flip foul. Casilla fights it off his hands. Shoots it into the seats down the left field line. Count remains full. Casilla grounded to short his first time up. Trying to solve Mark Hamburger, who's 3rd in the league in innings this year. He's been durable. Mitch Atkins 2nd in the league in innings pitched. He got there last night with 6 shutout frames. 3-2, Alexi swings and misses at a fastball in the outside corner. So from 3-0, Hamburger works his way back to 3-2 and then punches out Alexi. He's 0 for 2, and that brings up Mesa with 1 out and no one on in the fourth. Strikeout number 2 in the game for Hamburger. 31-year-old from Minnesota, 6'4", 200, a slim, tall build. In his last start, he went 6 innings, gave up 5 hits and 5 runs, also walked 4 in a game that he won at Lancaster. It was on August 10th. Just strike over the heart of the plate to Melky. It's 0-1. 1 out in the inning, no one on. Hamburger struggled over his last 6 starts. He's 1-3 with a 7.22 ERA in those games. But he's off to a great start here tonight. He's given up 32 runs in 33 2/3 innings over that 6-game stretch. 0-1 pitch. Melky lines it out to left center field. On his horse is the left fielder Rosa. He won't get there. It 1 hops the base of the wall. Melky digging for 2. He'll round second and stop there. A 1-out stand-up double for Melky Mesa. The Revs are in business in the bottom of the fourth. So Mesa adds a double after Dotel doubled his last time up. So 2 doubles are the 2 hits for the Revs in this one. Well, Mesa's been on an absolute tear lately for the Revs. No RBI there because they didn't drive anyone in, obviously, but has driven in 15 runs over his last 10 games, has Melky. Has 5 2-RBI games in that span. 59 RBIs on the season. That's good for 6th in the Atlantic League. The Milkman also has 14 homers, 5th in the league. So he's at second for Telvin Nash. Hamburger sets, fastball on the outside corner for strike one. It's 0-1. It's the Bees 3 and the Revs nothing, bottom of the 4th inning, but the Revs have a man on second. That's Mesa after the double. Nash at the dish. He has 6 homers on the young season. Hamburger looks at second to pitch. Slider misses way outside and low. And the count goes to 1-1. Mesa getting a decent lead off second. Pilecki, the second baseman's keeping him close there. Big hole between first and second for Nash, a pull hitter. But can go Oppo. 1-1, breaking ball in for a strike. Nash looked like he wanted to pull the trigger, but decided not to, and the count goes to 1-2. Bees got all 3 of their runs in the top of the 4th. The Revs looking to answer. Robert Carson looked great through 3 innings, then hit a rough patch, gave up 4 hits in the 4th, but got out of it with just the 3 scoring. 1-2 pitch to Nash, fastball a little bit off the plate. It's 2-2. That one was close, but definitely a ball. Brian Miller has been pretty consistent with his strike zone tonight. Nobody's really complained up until this point. Hamburger bends over at the waist on the mound. Now he comes set slowly. His catcher Wagner wants it low and away. The 2-2 pitch. That one was low, and it was away, but it was 2 low and 2 away. Ball 3. Now Hamburger in danger of walking Nash. And again, for opposing pitchers, that's usually a pretty good scenario if you can walk him and not give up a bomb or a double to the gap, something like that. We know Nash's power. Know how he can smack that ball around the yard. 3-2 coming up. Here it is. This one popped up foul territory out of play right behind home plate. In on the hands of Nash. Hamburger got there. But Nash fought it off. Count remains full. Melky Mesa out at second. Revs trailing by 3. It's 3-0 Bees. Home half of the 4th. Both pitchers threw 1, 2, 3 first innings. The first 3 innings breezed by. Felt like 20 minutes. 4th inning has been a little bit longer. 3-2 coming up. Hamburger looks at second. Now the pitch way outside. This one gets to the backstop. Nash walks. Mesa moves up to third on the wild pitch. The Revs will have first and third for Wellington Dotel as he represents the tying run early in this one. Nash down to first base. Hamburger was really wild low and away in that at-bat to Nash. Missed way outside, and it got by Wagner, who is not the Bees' everyday catcher. That's James Skelton. He's on the bench tonight. So now Wellington Dotel a chance to do some damage and pick up where he left off his last time up. Double off the wall in right center. Dotel hitting .303, tied for 10th in the league. 6 homers, 45 RBIs. And the pitch. Fastball misses outside, 1-0. Only 1 out in the inning. That was a Casilla leadoff strikeout. Since then, you got the Mesa double to left center. Then Nash walked. Mesa at third after a wild pitch. First and third for the Revs. Dotel an open stance. Way off the plate in the batter's box. The 1-0. Swing and a miss. Flails that one low and away. Hamburger a good pitch there. That one looked like a changeup. Hamburger an odd dude, no doubt. Long flowing hair, mustache, facial hair, wears the high socks. Funny personality. 1-1, Dotel swings and misses at that one as well. This time 79, even slower. And it's a 1-2 hole on Wellington. Dotel was 3 for 15 with a double and 2 RBIs in the Long Island series. He was 0 for 4 with a run scored last night. Scored the first run of the game for the Revs after reaching on a drop third strike. 1-2 pitch, that one low and away, 2 low and 2 away. Count evens up at 2. It's Mesa at third, Nash at first. The Bees will keep the infield back. They'll play double play depth up the middle with a chance to end the inning with a twin killing. Romero deep at third. Rogers over at first base holding on Nash. And the pitch, Dotel laces one to the right center gap. That's down. 1 run will score. Nash around second digging for 3. Dotel around first. He'll stop there. An RBI single for Wellington Dotel. He's 2 for 2. And the Revs pull within 2. It's now a 3-1 game here in the bottom of the 4th. Wellington Dotel, the 3rd straight Rev to reach in the inning. They've gone double, walk, single. Another multi-hit game for Wellington. Melky Mesa comes around to score another run. And how often are we saying that when something good happens for the Revs, it involves one of or both of Melky Mesa and Wellington Dotel? So the Revs get on the board. It's 3-1 now in the 4th. Here's Michael Burgess. 1st and 3rd again with only 1 out. First pitch, fastball high and away, called strike 1. Well, Dotel already a multi-hit game. It's his 31st multi-hit game of the year. Second to Alexi Casillas' 33. This will be a good time for Burgess to get in on the action. He's 0 for 1 with a fly out. Hamburger checks first, looks at third. And the pitch, Burgess sends one out to center field. Right center, Ford over, he gets behind it. Tagging from third is Nash. Throw goes into second. And the Revs add another run. It's a 3-2 game on the sac fly from Michael Burgess. So 4 straight productive at-bats from the Revs. Hit, walk, hit, sac, fly. And Dotel, after his RBI single, Burgess follows to bring in the 2nd run. A ball that was pretty well struck to center field. It blew over towards right center because of the wind. It was still off the end of the bat, so if Burgess had gotten barrel on that one, I mean, that thing might be out on the grass in right center. But either way, the tying run is at first base. The go-ahead run at the plate in the form of Henry Castillo. Submarine-style throw over to first for Hamburger, back safely as Dotel. It's 3-2 Bees in the game. It was 3-0 going into the top of the 4th. It was 0-0 going into the top of the 4th. It was 3-0 going into the bottom of the 4th, I should say. That pitch misses outside to Castillo. 1-0 the count. Hamburger's had to labor in the inning. Both pitchers cruised through 3, Carson and Hamburger, but the 4th inning has brought some trouble. Dotel leads off first, being held on. And pitch way inside. Dotel a delayed steal. Throw down to second. It skips the shortstop, Vinny Sienna, and gets by him. Good backup from the second baseman, Pilecki, to keep it in the infield, but it's a stolen base for Wellington Dotel. 2nd straight night that the Revs have tried a delayed steal. Last night, Alonzo Harris was unsuccessful. But tonight, Wellington Dotel is. And now there's some barking from the Revs dugout. Mark Mason is going to go out to talk to Brian Miller, the home plate umpire. I just heard relax from Brian Miller. Mace was putting his hands cupped around his ear because he couldn't hear because of what the crowd was yelling and what other people were. Right now it looks like they're going to send Dotel back to first. So that is indeed what's going to happen. And it looks like they called batter's interference on Henry Castillo. So no stolen base for Wellington Dotel. He'll head back to first. They say that Castillo, I guess, didn't try to get out of the way of that one in Wagner's throwing lane, so he's back to first. The 2-0, Castillo rips one into right field, a base hit. Dotel stops at second. Castillo, after being called for batter's interference, comes right back and hammers one through the hole between first and second. Dotel does get to second after all, so Revs will take it. Now, if you're the Revs, you got to be a little bit upset because maybe Dotel scores on that ball from second base if he's there instead of at first base. Easily could have scored from second if he was off right away on the pitch, and with 2 outs he would have been. So that potentially could have tied the game, so that definitely hurts the Revs because of the batter's interference call. It's 3-2 Bees here in the bottom of the 4th. Mauro Gazzo, the pitching coach for the Bees, out to talk things over with his starter, Mark Hamburger. The Revs have 3 hits in the inning. Hamburger's walked a batter. Burgess has a sac fly. And Roger Diaz, the catcher, will bat with 2 outs and 2 on. First and second for Diaz. He's 0 for 1 in the game. He's the 7th man to bat in the inning against Hamburger. As the Revs look to tie this thing or take the lead. Roger ready in the box. First pitch to him, flicked out to short, a humpback liner caught by Vinny Sienna. That really had no danger of going up the middle for the Bees, and they get out of the inning. But the Revs do add 2 runs. It's 3-2 Bees after 4. An RBI single from Wellington Dotel, a sac fly to center from Michael Burgess has pulled the Revs within 1. We'll go to the 5th next. It's the Bees 3 and the Revs 2. Stick with us.
Have you heard? Royal Farms has gotten the national culinary recognition it deserves. Yeah, in Food and Wine magazine's article, 10 gas station foods across the country that are worth the detour, they put Royal Farms' world-famous chicken at the top of the list. Well, we've always known that Royal Farms has the best fried chicken, but now the whole world knows. So hurry into a Royal Farms to pick up some of their nationally recognized world-famous chicken before the world beats a path to their door. Royal Farms, real fresh, real fast.
If you own a tractor-trailer business, then you know the cost of having your rig down instead of on the road. Rivers Truck Center in Red Lion keeps your trucks on the road by providing a one-stop shop for all your trucking needs. Rivers handles full-service truck sales and carries a full line of parts for all makes and models, has their own full-service collision center, and provides 24-hour emergency towing and roadside assistance. Check out riverstruck.com for more info. There's a reason Rivers Truck Center has been in business for over 40 years. They really do care.
It is easy being green. In York County, trash is safely managed at a waste-to-energy facility where it is used as fuel to produce electricity. The electricity generated from trash is enough to power 20,000 homes. That's enough to light the entire city of York. Learn more at www.ycswa.com. Garbage is power.
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
It's the Bees 3 and the Revs 2, top of the 5th inning from Peoples Bank Park. Robert Carson gave up 3 runs in the top of the 4th, but the Revs came right back and got 2 off Mark Hamburger in the bottom half of the inning. And it's a 1-run game as we open up things in the 5th. Joe Pilecki, Vinny Sienna, and Ryan Wagner. No, excuse me, Vinny Sienna to lead things off. It's Sienna, Wagner, and Ford, 8-9-1. No, it is Pilecki. There was a pickoff to end the 4th inning. So he is up, and he swings at the first pitch from Carson and laces it over Casillas' head into left field. Digging for 2 is Pilecki. Here's the throw from Mesa. It's high, but Alonzo Harris is there to put the tag on. An outfield assist from Melky Mesa. 7-4 on the putout. A little bit too aggressive was Joe Pilecki right there. And instead of a leadoff hit on 1 pitch, Carson only needs 1 pitch to get the first out of the inning. So Melky Mesa comes up firing from left field, sort of towards the line, not really in the corner, but towards the line, no doubt. Threw a dart to second. It was high. Harris jumped, came down with the ball, put the tag on Pilecki, who tried to elude the tag to no avail, and there's 1 out in the inning. So a single and then cut down trying to stretch that into a double. Melky Mesa picks up his 4th outfield assist of the season. That leads the team now. He was previously in a tie with Jared Mitchell, but he has 4 and first on the team, and he's done a good job in left field. Has not played a lot of outfield this year. Mesa's only played 14 games coming in, 13 in left. And in those 14 games now in left, he has 4 outfield assists. Pretty good numbers there. And with 1 out and no one on, the count's 1-2 on Vinny Sienna, the shortstop. Sienna did not play in last night's ball game. 1-2. That misses low and away. It's 2-2. 3-2 Bees lead. They got all 3 of theirs in the 4th. So did the Revs. That's where they got all 2 of theirs. Carson set on the mound. Diaz wants it inside. The 2-2 pitch right there, but called ball 3. Carson, I'm sure he's wondering where that one was. A good hold by Diaz right to the glove. Looked like it was in the inside corner. And they did not get the call. So 3-2-2, 1 out. Sienna is the K-man. 3-2, and he strikes out right there. Half-hearted swing, he went around. The pitch was a strike anyway. And Carson gets the K-man. Mott sticks for everyone. 4 strikeouts now in the game for Rob. 2 up, 2 down in the 5th. Well, good job by Carson to keep his composure and come back and make a pitch on 3-2 after he did not get the call on 2-2. Well, here's the 9-hitter Ryan Wagner. Right-handed hitter. First pitch swinging at a breaking ball. Nowhere close to that one, swinging over the top. And it's quickly 0-1. James Skelton the night off behind the dish, so it's Wagner sitting .231 with a homer and 7 driven in on the air. Swings and misses at another curveball. It's 0-2. Wagner last played on Sunday against Lancaster, went 0 for 4. This is his 3rd year in pro ball, first in the Atlantic League. 0-2 pitch coming up. Another breaking ball off the end of the bat, out to shallow center, ranging to his left. Henry Castillo can't come up with it. It's a 2-strike base hit with 2 outs for Ryan Wagner. Just got that one off the end of the bat. Second hit of the inning for the Bees. Back to the top of the order, and Darren Ford. Ford 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored in the 4th inning. His Bees lead the Revs 3-2 in the 5th. Carson trying to work through another scoreless frame. He's given up runs in just 1 inning so far. And pitch, fastball high. For Rob, this is his 11th start of the season. Has wins in 4 of his 10 starts coming in. 1-0, bunt down the first base line. Carson spins, and he can't pick it up. Had to rush because of Ford's speed on a good bunt, deadened off the bat of Darren Ford. That one, believe, is going to be called an error. Ford bunting for a hit with 2 outs. No one to sacrifice when there's 2 outs, so that was a bunt for a hit attempt. Carson was there, he spun, but just couldn't pick it up. They're going to call it an E1. So no base hit there. Wagner up to second, Ford to first. He's on again. Now Jamar Walton, first pitch to him. He swings and chops one out to Nash. Backhanded on 2 hops. Races Walton to the bag and beats him there. So Carson works around a 2-out single and a 2-out error to strand 2. No runs in the inning for the Bees. And we'll go to the bottom of the 5th. It's the Bees 3 and the Revs 2. Stick with us.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
So, John, what should the Steelers' focus be this season?
Steelers fast play for sure.
As opposed to what?
I'm talking Steelers fast play tickets from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Playing's faster than our wide receiver running a slant.
Faster than our defense blitzing the QB?
Oh, yeah! The game's got progressive top prizes, plus second chance drawings for Steelers game tickets, meet and greets, autographed merchandise, and more.
Wow, I'm gonna get mine fast.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Chang Choi, athletic trainer of the York Revolution. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs go back to work in the bottom of the 5th against Mark Hamburger, the right-handed starter for the Bees. He allowed 2 runs on 3 hits in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Revs got 2 back after going down 3-0 after the top of the 4th. Score remains 3-2 in the bottom half of the 5th as Travis Witherspoon takes a ball to lead off the inning. It's 9-1-2 for the Revs. Spoon, Harris, and Diaz. Spoon 0 for 1 with a pop out to short his first time up. And the 1-0 pitch to Travis, called strike 1, outside corner. It's 1-1. Spoon, 249 on the season, 6 homers, 22 RBIs. Hamburger readies the 1-0 pitch to Spoon. Here it is. Line drive down the right field line. If it's fair, it's got extra bases on it, but it is foul into the right field corner. Spoon gave it a ride. Count goes to 1-2. Travis went just 2 for 11 in the series with Long Island, but his 2 hits were home runs, 2 runs shot and a solo shot. So he didn't do much with the bat in the series, but when he did it, made sure it counted. 1-2, swing and a miss, slider low and away. Hamburger's retired the leadoff man here in the 5th. 3 strikeouts in the game. Back to the top of the order. Here's Alonzo Harris, the second baseman. Harris, another start at second. He's been in the everyday lineup every game since he made his season debut. First pitch he sees from Hamburger is a strike over the heart of the plate. It's 0-1. Revs in a big series with the Bees right now. They won the opener 4-1 last night. Could really use a series win, and to do it tonight and wrap that up already would be huge. Harris shows bunt, pulls back. That prompts the third baseman Romero to come in. Count goes to 1-1. The Revs lost 2 out of 3 in the last series with the Bees. That one flicked outside by Hamburger on the mound. Sidearm almost delivery there. It's 2-1. But they've won the opener. If they win one of the next 2, they get a series win. It would be a 6-game split in the 2-home series. 2-1 pitch misses. Counting tonight, 5 games left on the season with the Bees. And for the Revs, you got to imagine winning 4 out of 5 would put them in a pretty good position moving forward. Harris flips another one foul. It's 3-2. Winning all of them is just not something you can expect to do. You can't go into a series and say we're gonna win them all, or we have to win them all. 3-2 pitch sent out to left center, lazy fly ball, and under it is the center fielder Ford. 2 up, 2 down for Hamburger in the inning. Harris now 0 for 3. I should say you can definitely go into a series saying you're gonna win them all, but to expect to win every single game in baseball, it just doesn't work that way. But the Revs, with 30 games left in the year, they're going to have to do some damage against a few of the teams in front of them. It starts with the Bees series. They'll have Lancaster for 4 next week. Got to believe they need 3 out of 4 in that one. Casilla chops one over the head of Romero at third, but Sienna waits back on it. A short throw to first, not in time. Alexi Casilla digs out the infield single. A chopper out to short that Romero couldn't cut off over at third. Sienna, all he could do was wait back on it. Made a strong throw, a good play, but did not get Casilla, just beat it at first. Infield hit number 36 on the year for Alexi. The Revs now with 101 infield hits on the year. They got to the 100 mark last night. Harris and Casilla both had infield hits. Casilla was the second of the 2, so he had the 100th infield single on the season for the Revs. So they're at 101 now. Swing and a miss now for Melky Mesa. 101. 101 is an important number, because that's how many strikeouts Mitch Atkins now has on the season. Got there last night with his 10 strikeout performance. He's now second in the league in punch-outs. Mitch was brilliant last night. It was fun to watch. 0-1 to Mesa in the dirt, but blocked by Wagner. 3-2 Bees lead, home half of the 5th. Casilla's on first with 2 outs. Mesa at the dish. He doubled his first time up, came around to score the first run for the Revs. Hamburger checks first, bends at the waist, comes set on the mound. Couple more looks at first. Now the 1-1. That pitch misses a little bit low and away. It's 2-1. Hamburger set once again. 2-1 on Mesa with 2 outs. And the pitch, half-hearted check swing with its called a strike. Snap throw to first, diving back is Alexi. And Jason Rogers messing with him at first base, kept trying to put the tag down. Alexi wasn't biting. Those two having some fun, both former big leaguers. 2 balls and 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning now. Mesa, chance to tie this thing up if he can find a gap. Hit one down the line. Hamburger ready. Takes the sign from Wagner, who wants it outside. Now time is called as Mark Hamburger trying to bait Alexi Casilla to take off for second or get a bigger lead, something, but he kept nodding his head, looking over at first, did it about 4 times. It's just something he does. He'll peek once, put his head back up, peek twice, head back up, peek a third time, back up. 2-2 pitch, Mesa swings and misses at a changeup low in the zone. Well, he thinks it's strike 3. Everybody thinks it's strike 3 except the Bees in the infield. And nobody knows what the count is. Well, now they're going to say it's 3 strikes and 3 outs. The scoreboard had 2 strikes. Melky and Polo knew it was 3. Not even one person in the Bees infield or the outfield knew that was strike 3, but the inning does end that way. Strikeout number 4 for Hamburger. The Revs go down quietly. No runs on 1 hit, no error, and 1 left. We'll go to the top of the 6th. It's the Bees 3 and the Revs 2.
You know, something funny happens when people buy their dream home. They can both look at the same thing and see it in an entirely different way. He sees a man cave, while she sees an art room.
Hi, my name is Ryan Scott with J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, and this has become a common theme from our happy customers. With our competitive rates, quick process, and close-on-time guarantee, why would you choose another mortgage company to finance your dreams? Call us today at 855-JGW-LEND so we can get you on your path towards home ownership.
J.G. Wentworth Home Lending will take care of all the details of purchasing your home so you can focus on what to do once you move in. You know, will that great backyard be a beautiful garden? Or a beautiful new pool? Yeah, that's one detail we'll leave up to you. Call 855-JGW-LEND today. Mortgage loans offered by J.G. Wentworth Home Lending, LLC. 3550 Commission Court, Woodbridge, Virginia. NMLS ID 2925. NMLSConsumerAccess.org. Equal housing lender.
When you work with an independent insurance agent, you put the power of choice to work for you. Independent agents know several companies and their coverages, which means more options. And because companies like Donegal Insurance Group use the independent agent system, you not only get quality insurance, you also save money. The independent insurance agent system. Discover the power of choice. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Robert Carson back out on the mound for the Revs in the top of the 6th inning. He starts Davidson Romero, the 3-hitter for the Bees, off with a strike to start the inning. It's 3-2 Bees here in the 6th. Carson gave up all 3 of his runs in the 4th inning. The Revs got all 2 of their runs in the 4th inning as well. So all 5 of the game's runs coming in that frame. Now Romero launches one out to center field. Spoon going back, drifting left center. He makes the grab shy of the batter's eye, a little bit to the left of it as well in center. And on 2 pitches, it's a loud out, but it is an out for Robert Carson, no doubt. And leadoff out as well here in the 6th inning. 1 up, 1 down. Here's Jason Rogers. 2 flyouts for Romero in the game. He's 0 for 3. The Revs have done a good job of keeping him off base. He has had arguably the best overall season for the Bees, has Romero. Rogers has come on really strong lately, but Romero has been the guy all year. He was an all-star, and the Revs have kept him in check. So here's Rogers, who they have not kept in check. First pitch breaking ball misses high. It's 1-0. One out in the inning, no one on. Revs trail 3-2. Top 6. Romero coming in, hitting just .213 against the Revs, and he's 0 for 3 tonight, so that average against York dipping. 1-0 pitch, fastball outside corner for a strike. Rogers didn't like it. He'll readjust his batting gloves and now pick up his bat again. A couple taps on home plate, ready to go. 1-2 the count. Pitch from Carson, leg kick and the pitch. Fastball low and outside corner. Now Rogers is going to step out of the box, shake his head, and crack a smile like, you got to be kidding me. And you know, that pitch has been there tonight, but Rogers unhappy with the zone. 1-2 pitch up coming from Rob. He's set. Diaz wants it low and away. And the pitch, fastball. That one misses a little bit outside. Big difference between the one called a strike and a ball there. And Brian Miller has had a consistent zone. 2-2 now. Infield back deep, straight away, all the way around the infield. And pitch, that one misses low and in. The count runs full. We've seen plenty of full counts tonight from Carson. At one point, he ran three ball counts in a row in one inning, including 2 counts that were full. Count full once again. Only one down, no one on though. And the pitch, fly ball left field and deep. Towering shot, but that's way foul out of play. Melky Mesa ran out of room a while ago. That one over the concourse down the left field side. And we'll do the 3-2 at least once more. 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors for the Bees in the game. 2 runs on 5 hits and 1 error for the Revs. The error was Carson's. Had trouble fielding a bunt by Darren Ford in the last inning. The 3-2 pitch, here it is. Fouled off again, this time the right side. Carson faced the minimum through 3, then gave up the 3 runs on 4 hits in the 4th. Stranded a runner to limit the damage, then stranded 2 runners that got on with 2 outs in the 5th. He wants to get through the 6th. Mitch Atkins went 6 shutout last night for the Revs. 3-2 pitch, fly ball left field, another towering shot. This one might stay in the yard. Mesa under it in foul territory. And did he make the grab? And it looks like he did. We can't see it from there in the left field corner of Peoples Bank Park, but Mesa does make the grab behind the bullpen mound of the Bees down the left field line in foul territory. And Carson has 2 up, 2 down on 2 towering fly balls in the inning. So they get Rogers. It seems like it's been forever since they've retired him. Now Matt Tuiasosopo, the DH, hitting to a 1-6-3 double play his first time up. 2 RBI single, then was picked off in the 3-run 4th. He swings and misses at a curveball. It's 0-1. The Bees lead it 3-2 over the Revs. Top 6. 0-1 pitch, another swing and a miss there. Rob really dealing with that pitch in the inning, another curveball. And the count 0-2 with 2 outs. No one on base. Carson looking for a 1-2-3. Fastball misses outside there. It's 1-2. Carson has 2 conventional 1-2-3 innings. There's another 1-2-3 inning where he got a double play ball, so it did not retire the side in order in that inning. 1-2 pitch, fouled back to the netting. 2 flyouts in the inning. We'll see if Rob can maybe get another punch out. 4 in the game. And the 1-2 pitch again, change up. He did not get the call there. Carson really wanted it, looking in at the glove of Diaz, who held it. That one looked like strike 3 at the knees, and Carson thought it should have been, but the inning continues. 2-2 the count now. Rob's ready. Here it is. That one misses inside. It's full. In 3 relief outings against the Bees this year, Carson's 0-1 with a 1.59 ERA. Faced 22 batters over 5 2/3 innings, just 1 run given up of relief. Did take a loss, though, in one of those games. That one's fouled off. The count remains full. 2 outs in the inning, no one on. It's 3-2 Revs. Middle game of a 3-game series with the Bees. And the 3-2 again. Fly ball deep left center field. Melky Mesa is just going to watch this one sail over the left center field wall. A 2-run home run from Matt Tuiasosopo. Excuse me, a solo home run from Matt Tuiasosopo, a 2-out homer. And it's now a 4-2 game. So Tui picks on a hanger with 2 strikes and 2 outs. Sends one over the left center field wall. We've seen him do that before in this park. We've seen the Bees frequent the left center field wall in this stadium. So a solo home run for Tuiasosopo, his second hit of the night. Carson was just 1 strike away from getting out of that inning 1-2-3, but Tuiasosopo, the former big leaguer, takes him deep. And the Bees lead back to 2. It's 4-2. Here's Jovan Rosa, swings at the first pitch, pops one up shallow right field. And that one will drop fair territory down the right field line. Alonzo Harris, the second baseman, picks it up. Wellington Dotel was way over in the right center gap. And that one drops for a single on a ball that probably should have been caught. Carson getting hit around a little bit, but again, that probably shouldn't have been a hit. Well, the home run for Tuiasosopo, the Bees first of the night, their first of the series. They lead it by 2. Revs got 2 in the bottom of the 4th to make it a 3-2 game, but the Bees have put 1 more across the board. They now have 4 runs on 9 hits. The Revs 2 runs on just 5 hits. Now Paul Fletcher out for a visit with Carson. Talk things over and see what the plan is against Joe Pilecki, the second baseman for the Bees. 1 on and 2 outs. New Britain's already struck for 1 on the Tui home run. If the Bees win tonight, tomorrow will be a rubber match of this series. The Revs would like to just take care of business. Only down 2, plenty of baseball left. Mark Hamburger's kept the Revs at bay for most of the night, but has allowed 2 runs. First pitch to Pilecki, fly ball on a hanger out to left field. Mesa ranging over to the wall, and he jumps, leaps, makes an incredible catch at the arch nemesis in left field. Melky Mesa scales the wall, took a big leap, came up with the ball right in front of the wall, and that's a big out, number 3. Robert Carson's going to wait in the infield to say, hey, thanks, buddy, and give Mesa a high five as the Revs walk off the field, but Robert Carson left one up in the zone. Pilecki drove it out to left field in the corner. Mesa made an unbelievable grab going up on the wall, and that's how the inning ends. A web gem for Mesa. He has an outfield assist in the game. Add a top 10 nominee to it as well. So after 6 full, the Bees lead it by 2. It's 4-2. But we'll see what the Revs can do with the bats in the bottom of the 6th. Stick with us.
As you clean it out, keep in mind Community Aid's looking for your lucky leftovers. After you wrap up your yard sale, donate what's left over at your closest Community Aid Drive-Up Donation Center. They're attached to each of Community Aid's incredible thrift stores in our area. Hanover, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Mechanicsburg, and Selinsgrove. Community Aid wants your lucky leftovers to help more than 750 local charities. Learn more at communityaid.net. But don't forget, give your lucky leftovers to Community Aid. Neighbors helping neighbors.
High school football kicks off this month on WOYK. The action starts Friday, August 24th as the West York Bulldogs visit the Central York Panthers. Join Gareth Hissong and Brett Petrak at 6:30 on our brand new WOYK Preps YouTube. Subscribe to WOYK Preps on YouTube to watch live and on demand, also available through WOYK1350.com. The game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, starting Friday, August 24th on WOYK Preps on YouTube.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hey, this is Jacoby Jones, Super Bowl champ, Dancing with the Stars. If y'all didn't vote for me, it's y'all fault I lost, but you're listening to the radio, WOYK 1350, baby.
Bottom of the 6th inning from People's Bank Park. Michael Marcantonini with you on the call. Telvin Nash, Wellington Dotel, Michael Burgess, 4, 5, 6 in the Revs order to lead off against Mark Hamburger, down 2. It's 4-2 Bees. First pitch of the inning, Nash a big cut, foul tipped in and out of the glove of Ryan Wagner. He looks a bit shaken up, so that leads me to believe that didn't hit him in the glove. Home plate umpire Brian Miller is going to give Wagner a little bit of time, get Hamburger a new ball. Wagner looks like he's all right. 0-1 on Nash. 0 for 1, walked and scored a run in the 4th inning. Came around to score on Burgess's sac fly. That put the Revs within 1 at the time. They're down 2 now. The Bees added a run in the top of the 6th. Matt Tuiasosopo, a solo homer. And the 0-1 pitch, Nash flails at a changeup low in the zone. It's quickly 0-2. Hamburger's punched out 4 in the game. He's allowed just the 2 runs. Nash hitting .395 coming in through 11 games. Had an excellent season debut in this park. 2 homers and a double, 4 RBIs. 0-2 pitch, misses outside. And then Nash followed up his season debut, that 2-homer game, by hitting another home run the next night. So he had 3 in his first 2 games. He has 6 now. Pretty good road trip to Long Island. 6 for 15 with 2 homers, a double, 4 driven in, and 4 runs scored. 1-2 pitch just misses off the plate. That one looked pretty good. The count goes to 2-2 on Nash. A good eye right there. He looks to put together a good AB against Hamburger to lead off the inning. Hamburger readies the 2-2. That misses low and outside, so Nash runs the count full. He was behind in the count, now ahead. Revs need some runs. They trail it by 2. Hamburger back on the bump, crouching at the waist. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses inside, ball 4. Nash flips the bat over towards the Revs dugout. He's a leadoff base runner. That brings up a guy who's done plenty of damage tonight, Wellington Dotel. Doubled and off the right center field wall his first time up. Missed a homer by about 6 inches. And his next time up, a line drive single to right center to plate the first run of the game for the Revs. And he represents the tying run here in the bottom of the 6th. Hamburger bends at the waist. Ball in hand. Now he comes set on the mound. First pitch to Dotel. Pitch misses up and in. It's 1-0. Nash leads off first. Rogers holding him on over there. Big hole between first and second with Poletsky, the second baseman, shading up the middle for a double play. 1-0 to Dotel. Chopper out to short. This could be 2. Waiting back on it to Sienna to second for 1. Over to first. Low throw. Not in time. Dotel beats it out, so it's only a fielder's choice. That's big time. A double play ball would have really been crushing there. So Nash, the lead runner, cut down at second. Dotel did all he could to leg that one out. And Sienna, the shortstop, had to wait back on that one just a hair, and that's what cost him the chance to turn the double play. So Dotel at first. He tried stealing second and successfully stole second his last time up, but batter's interference was called, and he was sent back to first base. Here's Burgess. First pitch fastball to him, low and away. It's 1-0. 4-2 Bees, bottom 6. Burgess for a while was the team leader in home runs for the Revs this year. Now in second behind Melky Mesa. Burgess has 12. This will be a good time for number 13 to tie up the game. 224 average, 12 bombs, 40 driven in on the year. And 1 for 7 with a solo shot that gave the Revs the lead off Francisco Rodriguez K-Rod in the top of the 9th inning in Game 2 of that series. It was a comeback win for the Revs. It was a game that Robert Carson started. Burgess a big homer in that one. I mean, that's the definition of clutch right there. Hamburger hanging the arm, takes the sign from Wagner. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Man on first. Pitch to Burgess, fastball high and away. Hamburger is not necessarily cruised through this one. He's only allowed 2 runs, but he's been in some jams since the 4th inning when he gave up 2 runs. Then the 5th inning wasn't exactly that easy. Only gave up 1 hit in the inning, but had to work. Now having to work here in the 6th. 2-1 pitch, that's high, 3-1. Hamburger's already walked 1 batter in the inning. He doesn't want to walk another. Henry Castillo, the switch hitter, waiting on deck for the Revs. No one throwing in the Bees bullpen. Somebody's up for the Revs down the right field line. Nice night for a ball game. Not too hot. It's cooled off a bit. A little bit of a breeze out from right center. 3-1 pitch. Fastball misses outside, ball 4. Dotel bluffed the steal. The pitch was outside, so he will get to second base on the walk. And Burgess to first. The first and second now for the Revs. The tying run's at first base. Castillo's the go-ahead run. Hamburger still out there. Again, no action in the pen for the Bees, so this is his game. Now, the tall, lanky righty will re-toe the rubber as Castillo steps in the left-handed batter's box. A single into right field his last time up. Got the run scoring started last night for the Revs with an RBI single. First pitch to him here is a changeup off the plate. Another ball, it's 1-0. Hamburger has lost some control in the inning. He's walked 2. Falls behind another hitter. 4-2 Bees, home half of the 6th. Hamburger checks second. And the 1-0 pitch. That's low in the dirt. A breaking ball. 2-0 on Castillo. And now Mauro Gazzo, the pitching coach for the Bees, will head out for a chat with Hamburger. You don't see a ton of mid-at-bat mound visits, but with Hamburger walking 2 of the first 3 hitters in the inning and then falling behind 2-0 on Castillo, this a good decision by Mauro Gazzo to head out. Bees up by 2 here in the 6th. Not a lot of runs to come by tonight. Not a lot of runs to come by either last night. Revs came away with a win. Bees ahead here tonight. And if you really want to compare how these two teams have fared this season throughout since the start, a lot of similar numbers across the board. The Bees 48-47, 15-17 in the second half. The Revs 48-48, 16-17 in the second half. Both teams in 3rd place in their respective divisions in the second half. Revs finished in 3rd in the Freedom in the first half. Bees were in 2nd in the first half. 2 on and 1 out. Here's Castillo. Big swing there on 2-0. He comes up empty. It's 2-1. It's Dotel at second and Burgess at first. Infield back deep all the way around for the Bees. Outfield straight away on Castillo. The 2-1 from Hamburger. That's a fastball that misses a bit low. It's 3-1. Now the Bees have some bullpen action. Didn't see who is throwing, but James Skelton, their other catcher, is catching for him. Revs in business now against Hamburger. They trail by 2, but you can tell he's losing some steam. The 3-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Nasty changeup right there. Pulled the string on it, and the count runs full. Can't imagine the Revs would put runners in motion now. The chance that Castillo strikes out, and Burgess not a fast runner at first. Dotel decent speed at second, but you don't want to run yourself out of an inning. Castillo steps out, 1 foot out of the box. Hamburger then steps off the mound. It's a full count with 1 down in the inning. The Revs trail by 2. Hamburger, deep breath, he's ready. The full count pitch again. Castillo flips it foul. That might have been ball 4, a pitch low in the zone. That one out of play. We'll do the 3-2 again. Well, this thing was a very fast game, quickly played, a good pace throughout the first 3, but that has changed since. Brandon Cuniff warming up for the Bees down the left field line. The 3-2 pitch. Castillo grounds one to first. Rogers fields it, throws to first, back to first, or throws to second, then back to first. The relay throw not in time. So they get the middle runner, Michael Burgess. Castillo legs it out at first base. Hamburger covered first. It looked like Hamburger might have been there in time. Now he's going to ask, I think, if the home plate umpire Brian Miller saw that play at first base. It was very close to being an inning-ending 3-6-1 double play. Instead, it's just a fielder's choice. So Castillo reaches, heading to third is Wellington Dotel. Michael Burgess, the middle runner, cut down at second, and the inning is alive. 2 fielders' choices in the inning for the Revs. That brings up Roger Diaz, the catcher, with the tying run at first, 2 on and 2 outs, runners at the corners. The Revs try to cut into this deficit, tie, even take the lead. First pitch to Roger, fastball right down the chute, 85 on the gun, and it's 0-1. Diaz started the year in the Empire League. This is his second stint with the Revs on the year. 0-1 pitch, fastball misses low, it's 1-1. Guy who's done an admirable job filling in as the second catcher on this team. This is his 12th game of the season. His 9th start. 1-1, Diaz flicks it foul out of play, it's 1-2. Roger has really done all he's been asked to as the backup catcher on this team. He's done a good job handling the pitching staff. Guys have had success working with him. One and 2 the count with 2 outs and 2 on. Revs down 2. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Slider outside corner that Diaz chased. And that's how the inning ends. No runs on no hits, no errors, and 2 left for the Revs in the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Darryl will take back over on the play-by-play. It's the Bees 4 and the Revs 2.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Planning your next visit to York? Book your stay at Courtyard by Marriott. Conveniently situated near local businesses, shopping, dining, downtown, and local attractions, Courtyard by Marriott features a state-of-the-art lobby, inviting flexible spaces to work or relax, free Wi-Fi, our well-equipped fitness center, and the bistro, offering healthy options and refreshing choices, including Starbucks and an evening bar. Your stay is sure to be more comfortable, productive, and enjoyable than ever before. Courtyard by Marriott, 2799 Concord Road in York. Book your stay at 717-840-7840.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood SureSave stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Saubles Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350. WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Out of the 7th tonight, 4-2. New Britain in front. 4 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the Bees. 2 runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on York. Carson only at 80 pitches through 6. He'll stay in. First pitch to Vinny Sienna is over for a strike to begin the 7th inning. It's Sienna, Wagner, Ford coming up. 8-9-1 in the order. Here's the 0-1. Man, that breaks low. He's gotten Sienna on a flyout and a strikeout tonight. Carson, the first 3 innings, needed only 27 pitches. Here's the 1-1. And that misses down low. Just about nightfall here in York. Revs had a Starlin Arias up in the bullpen in the last half inning, and he is continuing to get ready. The 2-1. And it misses high and outside. Bees with 3 in the 4th. Revs answered with 2. One more last inning for New Britain. The pitch. And a swing and a foul up over the roof, first base side. Tuiasosopo, a home run in the 6th. He's been the catalyst tonight. He's driven in 3 of their 4. Revs scoring on a Dotel single and a Burgess sac fly. The payoff pitch. And it misses high. Leadoff walk to begin the 7th inning. That is the first walk all night from Carson. Take a look at our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard. Lancaster hosting the Road Warriors tonight. And the Barnstormers up 3-2. That game is in the 5th. Somerset at Sugarland just underway. No score in the first inning. Southern Maryland a 6-1 lead at Long Island in the 6th. And here's a bunt try from Wagner, who bunts through it. Strike 1. Ball from the Revs bullpen rolls clear into the plate. Wagner 1 for 2 tonight. Pop up in a single. Trying to bunt their leadoff runner along, though. They are up by 2 as the 7th inning begins. The pitch. He gets it down. Carson is in. Fields throws to second. In time there. Castillo to first. That's in time. A 1-6-3 double play on a bunt. Right back to Carson, who immediately knew where he was going. A strike there, and Castillo a strike back to first.
Well, that's a heck of a play. Not a good bunt, and Carson took advantage of it, threw a dart to second. He fields his position so well. It's the second 1-6-3 double play the Revs have turned tonight. And maybe an even better throw from the turn man at second, Castillo over to first. Just a bang-bang play and well executed all around by the Revs.
Meanwhile, do we have the lights flickering?
I did notice that, yeah. Well, it wasn't lightning. Otherwise, I think we'd be seeing a lot worse than just lightning. Probably some rain and thunder, but yeah, it looked like some lights flickering there.
Here's Darren Ford, top of the order. First pitch is down and away. Ford is 1 for 3, singled and scored back in the 4th. Somerset at Sugarland, the Patriots have been no help. Absolutely worthless this week. Here's the 1-0. And a line drive towards short. Castillo lays out, but it glanced off his glove. He slaps the grass in disgust as that one trickles into left. It'll be a base hit for Ford. Castillo trying to make the diving play to his right. Came close. He might have almost dove too far, it looked like, trying to judge that one.
That's what it looked like, and it's a play where could have gloved it, but wouldn't have been easy. However, if he maybe times his dive or his lunge a little better there, that ends up in his glove.
A 2-out base runner for Jamar Walton. First pitch, he swings, rolls one down to first. Nash right there, knocks it down, picks it up, steps on first, and the inning is over as Carson goes 7 tonight. And now he'll look for the offense to come back for him. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Stretch time here at the bank. It's the Bees 4, the Revs 2.
Rutter's has all your favorite seafood options. Tavern battered cod sandwich, crispy fried shrimp with bada bing dipping sauce, flavorful crab and corn chowder, just to name a few. Rutter's Seafood. One try and you'll be hooked. Rutter's. Why go anywhere else for seafood?
Planning your summer vacation? Looking to take care of those long overdue home improvements? Hello, I'm Tara Hauser, Vice President of Marketing at First Capital Federal Credit Union. Make all your dreams come true with a home equity loan from First Capital FCU. For a limited time, take advantage of a 7-year home equity loan of $10,000 or more with an annual percentage rate as low as 3.99%. Visit firstcapitalfcu.com or stop by any branch to apply. First Capital, putting you first. Federally insured by NCUA. Equal housing lender.
First Capital Federal Credit Union.
Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania delivers natural gas to 423,000 customers. Our commitment is to do it reliably, efficiently, and most importantly, safely. If you smell, hear, or see any sign of a natural gas problem, evacuate immediately and call 911 from a safe location. The most obvious indication of a problem in your home would be a rotten egg odor. For more information on natural gas safety, visit ColumbiaGasPA.com. Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, reminding you about natural gas safety.
Rutter's Hot Dog Extravaganza is here. Rutter's Kunzler hot dogs and brand new corn dogs are only 2 for $2. Our amazing Kunzler bacon wrapped cheddar dogs and sausages are only 2 for $4. Earn 2 cents on fuel for every deal purchased. Must scan rewards card. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
You're on the home of the Atlantic League champion York Revolution. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, York.
Robert Carson has tied a season high with 7 innings, but on the wrong end of a 4-2 score. Revs will try to come back against the New Britain bullpen, as right-hander Brandon Cuniff is the new pitcher. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Hamburger hands it over. After going 6, 2 runs, 5 hits, he walked 3, struck out 5. 96 pitches, 58 strikes. Spoon is up first, and the first one from Cuniff is high and away. He has logged some major league time. First time at the Revs are facing him. He was previously in Mexico with Leon. These bullpens been pretty solid. ERA around 3. 1-0, and that misses down and out. For Cuniff, overall, it's his 12th appearance. 1 win, no losses. ERA is 6.10. 10 and a third innings, 7 runs on 15 hits. He's been hit around a little bit. Opponents 349 off him. The 2-0 and a chopper to third. One big hop to Romero. Right to him. He'll check out the seams and throw it across to first. 1 away. Now we go to the top of the order. And Alonzo Harris. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the official transportation provider of the Revs. Here's Zoe, who's 0 for 3 tonight. Kind of 54 big league games with Atlanta, 2015 and 16. Combined 4-2, 4.50 ERA as he starts. Harris with a breaking ball strike. Originally a Marlins draft pick back in 2010. Revs down 4-2 here in the 7th. Pitch to Zoe, breaks low and outside. 1-1. A loss would set up a rubber match tomorrow. Revs winning last night 4-1. Now the pitch, and a swing and a pop fly behind first. Rogers goes out from first base, makes a 2-hand over the shoulder grab. Fair, they call it, running right up the line toward the Revs bullpen. He ended up crossing into foul territory, but evidently caught it fair. 2 away.
It's a good play right there, and a tough play for a first baseman going back on that ball. We saw Nash make a play like that last night, and Rogers follows it there. But, I mean, hey, if that drops in fair territory, that's probably a double for Harris with his speed. Just didn't work out.
Now here's Alexi with 2 down. Casilla 1 for 3 tonight. Infield hit last time up. First pitch, it is a fastball. He watches it at the knees for a strike. A 4-2 New Britain lead. Revs are being out hit tonight 10-5. Arias up, getting a couple more warm-ups in. Looks like he'll be in the 8th. Here's the 0-1. And it's sent the other way, foul into the seats in left. Ooh, look out. That hit the railing where the drinks are rested. We don't want any beverage casualties.
No, we do not. I thought that went in the nacho hut down there.
No, we don't want those busted either.
And it did.
Oh boy. Here's the 0-2. And that misses wide. Macho Nacho. Have some seam marks on your plate. I'm Cuniff ready.
That's Nacho baseball, is it?
Yeah. Here's a ball down low, 2-2.
It definitely shouldn't be there.
Well, it's Nachos. Oh my. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Alexi. Now Cuniff fires home, and he pokes one the other way, but this will be foul. Just inching up in the box, and a half swing, spraying it toward that third base line, but it went into the Bees bullpen. 2-2 it stays. Alexi, who spent some time playing at New Britain when he was a Twins prospect coming up. Pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball got him. And Cuniff with a 1-2-3 7th inning ground out, pop-up strikeout. And we'll go to the 8th tonight. Revs trailing 4-2.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your neighborhood Sure Save stores. Like party platters with $18.93 deli items. Team up Best Yet hot dogs with Best Yet kettle cooked chips. And get Best Yet 12 packs of soda and Best Yet Rising Crust pizzas at Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York. And at Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
You trust AAA to work at every mile. But AAA doesn't just cover your car. They can also cover your home. AAA Home Insurance protects every square foot. And when you add AAA Home Insurance to AAA Auto Insurance, you get more protection and more savings. Insurance that's not just insurance. Talk to your local AAA insurance agent today or visit AAA.com to learn more about AAA Home Insurance.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Head of the 8th inning, brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. The Revs trailing 4-2. Don't sleep yet. They're hoping for a late inning comeback tonight as right-hander Starlin Arias takes over. Pitching change is brought to you by Maple Donuts. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or wearing your CPAP? Dr. Gordon Bell may have a solution that fits your needs. Visit YorkSleep.com. York Dental Sleep Therapy, 450 West Market Street in Hallam. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up. Davidson Romero first. He is 0 for 3 on the night. And the first pitch from Arias misses upstairs. 4-2 New Britain. Arias coming off a rough one on Sunday at Long Island. And he had been going along pretty well up until then. The 1-0. Man, he pops it up. Nash at first, over into foul ground, eyeing it up. He stops and, dropped it and slipped. He went a step too far. He stopped, walked back to his right, and then the ball was maybe another step behind him slightly, and he had to reach back further than he anticipated right at the end. He had it for a moment, but it fell down right behind him, right out of his glove, and then he slipped, trying to make a move to recover it. And he will be charged with an error, the Revs' second of the night. Now Romero's still batting. And something loose out in right center. Looks like a baseball got loose. Dotel will toss it back. Now, Arias coming into this one overall a 12.71 ERA with York. That's in 4 appearances, 0-1, 5 2/3, 8 runs. But he had allowed 5 in his debut. He fires, and that missed away. I believe the count now 1-2. Nope, 2-1. But he had allowed 5 in his debut, then retired 7 straight to finish that outing. And I believe it was like 12 out of 13 heading into that appearance Sunday. Here's a line drive yanked toward the corner and left, but that'll be foul. That bounces off the walkway down toward Mesa, who will collect that soon-to-be souvenir. But Sunday night at Long Island, 3 straight walks, then got an out, but then a 2-run single. And that was charged with 3 runs. A 5-1 lead was cut to 5-4. And the 2-2, and it just missed away. They used him in the 7th inning that night. That was a tough night for the whole bullpen. Revs last night certainly put that behind them. Tonight, Arias trying to keep it where it is for a comeback attempt. The payoff pitch. Strike 3 called. He went off speed on 3-2, and he freezes Romero 1 away. Sunday, to lead off that 7th inning, it was a 3-2 breaking ball that missed. But here tonight, he locates it.
That's a good pitch right there. Really good job of changing speeds and keeping Romero off balance. And for Arias, it seems like since he joined the team, of all his outings, they've either been really good or really bad, no in between. But he's got a lot of potential.
Here's Jason Rogers. First pitch slider. It's a called strike. Outside corner. Rogers tonight 2 for 3. He is now on base 6 out of 8 times in this series. Here's the 0-1. And he lines it foul the other way into section 1. Revs down 2. Arias, 24-year-old from the Dominican Republic, now lives in Jupiter, Florida, where he spent a lot of time in the Cardinals system. And he's ready, the 0-2. Swing and a foul out of play, right side again. As with Palm Beach earlier this year, has been as high as AA Springfield. Tuiasosopo on deck. He's had the big game tonight. Here's the 0-2. And it skips in the dirt. Pick made by Diaz. Tomorrow night is our National Night Out celebration. It's always a big, big weeknight on the schedule. Last week, the official night out. A lot of tickets given out at events. Pitch is outside 2-2. And that is our thank you to you as we treat you to a night out with the Revs. Presented by UPMC for You. Youth hat giveaway presented by Chip to the first 1,000 kids. That's tomorrow night at 6:30. Tickets at YorkRevolution.com. The 2-2. And that misses down and away. Diaz moving to his right in front of it. Count goes full. And now set. They set up away, payoff pitch. It's fouled back against the screen. And we'll do it again. Revs have yet to name their starter tomorrow. Bees with right-hander Devin Burke.
Keeping it a secret.
Yeah. Told you that worked out well in the Sean Garceau days.
Yeah, might as well go back to it.
Another 3-2. And a shot at short on one hop. Castillo backs up to his right, backhands the ball, and fires it across to first. Two down here in the 8th.
It's a nice play right there. Going to his right. Castillo's been solid, really, anywhere they've put him in the field. But with tomorrow's Revs starter kind of being a little bit of an unknown, a secret, one might say that the Bees are wondering what all the buzz is about. They might say that. You don't know for sure.
Yes, they might.
I will. I definitely will say that for one.
Here is Tuiasosopo who takes a strike. Well done, Michael.
Yeah, what's the buzz around the Bees clubhouse?
0-1, the pitch, and a swing and a foul back over the roof. This guy's had a good night. 2 for 3, 2-run single in the 4th, solo homer in the 6th. His 6th home run. He's been with them for a little over 2 months. The pitch, and that misses high, fastball. Former major leaguer. And the brother-in-law of one Micah Owings, who worked his way into the broadcast last night, other than just being his brother-in-law. Pitch here is fouled back against the net. Micah is one of the other 4 that has had 2 10-strikeout games with York. Mitch Atkins made himself the 5th last night. In fact, Micah was the last to do it 2 years ago. Now another 1-2. Fastball just missed, up and away. Arias hopping off the mound, thought the inning was over right there. A little smirk as he makes his way back up the hill, trying not to show up Mr. Miller too much. The pitch was pretty close. He's ready. And now the 2-2. That misses in the dirt, skipped right past Diaz. That would have been a tough one to pick. That was just in front of the plate, coming in hot. Full count. He's gotten the first 2 this inning on a strikeout and a ground out. Now stares, sets, and the payoff pitch. Swinging a bouncer toward third, foul. Alexi dove full stretch to his right, but it was just out of his reach and foul down the line.
He's really guarding that line down there, so anything by him, you got to believe is going to be a foul ball, and that one definitely was. But Arias battling right now. We know Tuiasosopo can put one out. Happened just a couple innings ago, so right now it's all about keeping the ball low in the zone, and you also don't want to walk him.
Another one, and it does miss outside. It is ball 4, 2-out walk. Arias thought that he had him a couple of pitches earlier, but the inning continues. Final line tonight for Robert Carson. He went 7, tying a season-high 10 hits, 4 runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts, 91 pitches, 61 strikes. Now a 2-out base runner for Jovan Rosa, who is 1 for 3 in tonight's game. That area sets the hands and fires. It is a called strike, up in the zone and in on Rosa, 0-1. Briefly saw Rosa with Bridgeport when he first came to this league. He's from Connecticut. And then dealt to Southern Maryland, where he performed pretty well. The 0-1, and that misses high. Appeal to first base, no swing. He played for Stan Clyburn in Southern Maryland and then brought him to New Britain when he took over the reins there. And Rosa was one of the key pieces their first 2 years. Got here from Mexico this season as he swings and misses. Good breaking ball from Arias. 21st game played tonight since returning. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Arias looking for a scoreless inning tonight. And he fires. Swing and a pop-up, foul ground. Nash heading over toward the stands. This one is in the seats, though. About halfway up. Rosa in Mexico this year, 66 games, he hit .277 with 8 home runs. Last year he hit .300 on the nose in the Atlantic League. Postseason All-Star, played in all but one game. Pitch, swing and he fouls it against the net. The year before, he played in every game. And he had a consecutive games played streak that went back to 2015 when he was with Southern Maryland. And they had it broken down by regular season only, and then also one that included playoff games with the Crabs. Pitch is swung on, bounce left side, and Casilla cuts it off in front of short and fires to second just in time ahead of Tuiasosopo's slide. Scoreless 8th inning for Arias. No runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 left. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is New Britain 4, York 2.
Everything you've worked for may be facing a hostile takeover, but step outside the boardroom and look around. Not taking care of business right now could leave you dealing with a hostile takeover by crabgrass later this summer. And broadleaf weeds are just beneath the surface, ready to take their share of your turf too. Prevent hostile takeovers. Call Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care and give your lawn a good, healthy start this year. Heritage Lawn can apply crabgrass pre-emergent and quality fertilizer now to fortify your lawn for later. HeritageLawnandLandscape.com. World-class care right in your backyard.
Presley Ridge believes that strong families are the foundation for strong communities. With compassionate and caring professionals, Presley Ridge offers individual, child, and family therapy in addition to foster care and other in-community services. To learn more about Presley Ridge and their impact on families right here in our community, visit presleyridge.org or call 717-845-6624. That's 717-845-6624.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Enoel Polanco, and you're listening to Your Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revolution, Sport Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the 8th, 4-2. Revs trail in this one. Brandon Cuniff stays in. And their closer is Evan Scribner as he starts to think about the 9th, but the Revs have the heart of the order coming up here in the 8th. Mesa, Nash, Dotel. And Melky up there first tonight, 1 for 3, double and a run scored. Now looking to start things off, Cuniff a 12-pitch, 1-2-3, 7th. First one here is high. 4-2 the score. Revs being out hit 10-5. Well, looking for some late heroics tonight. Cuniff has his sign, comes set. And the 1-0, it slides way off the plate away. Big, wide breaking slider. 2-0 the count now. Bees broke a scoreless tie in the 4th with 3. Revs got 2 back in their half, but New Britain an insurance run in the 6th. Here's the 2-0. That's inside. Mesa jumps backward. 3-0 to start the inning. And the tying run on deck is Nash. I would think Melky will certainly be taking 1. I don't really want to take the bat out of his hands and take 2. He watches this one. That's in for a strike. 3-1. But trying to get on and give Talvin a chance on one swing to bring us even.
Plenty of guys on this team that can tie it with one swing, and that's the beauty of these close games in the late innings.
And here's a ball inside. Mesa works the leadoff walk. Cuniff missing in with the fastball. So they're trying to get multiple innings out of him. And after a 1-2-3 seventh, the leadoff man is on here in the 8th.
Adam Lowen loosening up in the Bees bullpen, left-hander, and with only one lefty in the Revs, well, 2 switch hitters, but only one lefty alone in the Revs lineup. Got to believe that Lowen could be up for Burgess.
He is due 4th in the inning. Here's Nash, who's 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored tonight. First pitch, fastball, over for a strike. Nash has now scored 12 runs in 12 games played. He's got some red tape on the bat handle tonight. Tan handle, darker brown barrel. As he eyes up Cuniff, actually that's more of a grayish brown barrel. 0-1, and it sits high, slider missing. Ball and a strike to Talvin. Wellington Dotel follows him. Kind of 29-year-old righty. He fires and paints the outside corner. Strike called, 1-2. Nash twirls the bat to himself. A look back at the plate on Miller. Cuniff, who's from California, went to Cal State San Bernardino. Marlins 27th round pick, 2010. Now fires, and a swing and a pop foul. First base side, Rogers will give this chase, but lands in the second row.
It's not a bad place to go to school out in Cali.
Or to call winter ball, right?
Yeah. Oh, believe me, it was a good time out there. Just nice and warm all the time.
While we had one of our worst winters followed by our worst summer.
The day after I got back, the crazy snowstorm. Go figure.
Pitch to Nash, grounded sharply, base hit left center. And Mesa trying to go to third. He will. First and third, nobody out. He read it beautifully and turned on the Jets. Goes first to third on it. Nash with a base hit. To the left of the diving shortstop, Sienna, and the Revs are in business here in the bottom of the 8th.
It doesn't get any easier for Cuniff and the Bees now with Dotel up, a guy who's done damage tonight. But right now it's all about playing for 2 runs. Now to get 1 in would help, but Dotel, you want him to find a way on base without producing an out to keep that rally going.
He is 2 for 3 tonight, double and an RBI single. First pitch is right there for a strike. He represents the go-ahead run. The Revs now with 6 hits. It's been a modest night offensively.
Wellington took a couple cuts with an aluminum bat during BP yesterday. Told me it was first time in like 17 years that he had used one of those.
0-1, and that misses the corner away. How much fun did he have with that?
Oh, he liked it, but he was telling me it was a little bit dead, the one that he was using, a little, you know, that wasn't hitting the sweet spot as good. But he was roping a couple.
1-1, fastball called strike on the outer edge. First and third, nobody out. Revs have Junior Rincon loosening for the 9th inning. And he hasn't had a lot of work lately, so he'll be in whether they mount a go-ahead rally here or not. 1-2, and it's in the dirt, and Wagner keeps it close. That was kind of an in-between one to his right, whether to backhand it or try to get in front. He kept it close in front. And his glove turned front ways. Our attendance tonight, 3,121, 31-21. Hoping to see a Revs late game comeback. The stretch, the 2-2, and a slider just missed away. And Dotel keen to lay off that one, a full count. Nash looks across for the signs from Polo. No outs in the inning. Here's the stretch. 3-2, and a slider fouled in the air off to the right field side. It is Burgess who's on deck. Low and ready in the bullpen. So probably a change after this hitter no matter what. And Cuniff now at 28 pitches on his night anyway. Revs down 4-2, eighth inning. On the stretch, 3-2, and a swing and a miss. He wins the battle on a fastball elevated. Belt high or just above it. One down here in the eighth. Here comes Wally Backman. And he'll be going to Lowen to match up against Burgess.
Well, that changes the whole inning now. If Dotel can find a way on base there, a walk, and then you got bases loaded. Then Lowen, yeah, lefty-lefty matchup with Burgess, but with the bases loaded, that's a lot of pressure. Plus, then, you know, there's 2 more outs to play with after that for the Revs. But right now, double play ends the inning. Lowen with a lefty-lefty situation. So if the Revs can't produce a run in here, they're going to have to do so with a hit with 2 outs. Inning completely changes because of that one pitch, and Dotel took a big rip at it. A good pitch to swing at, just didn't come up with anything.
Well, we'll be Lowen in to face Burgess. First and third, 1 out. Revs down 4-2. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running.
Flying feet.
Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
Adam Lowen ready to go. Michael Burgess the hitter. Tying run is Nash at first base. Mesa is at third. 1 out here in the eighth. Revs down 4-2. Lowen, the former Oriole, is set. And the lefty's first pitch from a 3/4 angle is down and away. He's been excellent against lefties. He's been very good overall. 2-0, 1.17 ERA in 19 outings. 15 1/3 innings, just 2 runs on 9 hits. 4 walks, 20 Ks, opponents 164. 1-0. And a swing and a high fly center field. Mesa will walk back to third and tag. This is plenty deep enough. Ford backs up, and he's going to throw towards second. Nash will advance there too. Mesa comes in to score. Very productive sac fly for Michael Burgess. It's 4-3. And with Ford backing up and backing up and backing up some more, Nash tagged, and he advanced as well.
That's a big-time job by Telvin Nash to be able to get to second there. Changes the entire inning now that he's on second instead of first with 2 outs. A lot more possibilities now. It won't take an extra base hit to score, maybe just a single. And Michael Burgess has done a good job of just taking what he's been given today. 2 sac flies to center, stays in the middle of the diamond, and helps bring home a run.
Now here is Henry Castillo, and a base hit could tie it. Revs down 4-3 in the eighth. Castillo 1 for 3 on the night. And being a switch hitter, he'll dig in from the right. Nash the tying run at second. And low and ready. Here's the first pitch. It is swung on and missed. Slider running in on him. Lowen last week here in York threw one slider that the right-hand batter swung at missed, and it hit him in the foot. It was Travis Witherspoon who got him in the back foot, but the slider's been very good for Lowen. We had our buddy Dan Connolly of the Athletic Baltimore here last week doing a feature on him as a former Oriole. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a roller to short. Sienna circles it to his right. Little double clutch. Throws low, but a backhand pick made by Rogers at first base. And if the Revs are to come back tonight, they'll have to do it in the 9th. They get one of them back. Nash is stranded, though. And it's a one-run inning on one hit. One man left. It's on to the 9th. New Britain 4, York 3.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Autism York is a non-profit group operated by a board of volunteers dedicated to supporting our local autism community. Our group exists for the sole purpose of providing support in a safe and friendly environment. Our many events and programs are offered at low or no cost to families and individuals living with autism spectrum disorders in York and surrounding counties. Autism York offers opportunities for families and individuals on the autism spectrum to learn, grow, and develop relationships that help guide one another through the shared journey. All events and programs are made possible through tax-deductible donations to Autism York. For more information or to make a donation to Autism York, please visit us at www.autismyork.org.
Local sports on WOYK are brought to you by Maple Donuts, York's great-tasting family tradition.
Hi, I'm Joel Embiid of the Philadelphia 76ers. Catch Sixers basketball all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Head of the 9th, Junior Rincon is in. Revs trail 4-3. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. Joe Piletsky leads off, and Rincon fires a strike at 94. 7-8-9 in the order. Piletsky 1 for 3 tonight, as Rincon tries to keep this a one-run game. And the 0-1. It is a foul tip back to the backstop. Rincon last in Sunday at Long Island, which was his first outing since the previous Tuesday, so he hasn't had a lot of time this past week. Faced 3 hitters Sunday, a walk, a single, and then a game-winning single. There's the 0-2. Curveball, strike 3 called. He breaks off the hammer, and Rincon has Piletsky completely frozen. 1 down here in the 9th.
Good pitch and a good sign by Rincon to get the leadoff man out. Same thing with Arias in the 8th. To be able to get the leadoff man and keep him off base is huge. And it's no coincidence then when the Revs relievers can keep guys off base late in the games at the beginning of innings, it leads to wins.
Now Vinny Sienna. First offering, swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him. 94 again. And now New Britain is going to send Jonathan Galvez down to coach first base, replacing Vicente Conde, who they might be getting ready to either pinch hit or come in defensively or even pinch run. Sienna 0 for 2 with a walk. Bees have closer Evan Scribner up. The 0-1, and it misses down and away. I don't think I mentioned last inning, but They brought in James Skelton to catch at the same time that they brought in Lowen to pitch. Revs in the bottom of the ninth will have Diaz, Witherspoon, and Harris do. And now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Good life on the fastball tonight. Junior not messing around. Revs do have Mitchell, Dent, and Clark on their bench tonight should they choose to send up a pinch hitter against Scribner. Mitchell might be a choice at some point. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball just missed away. As Junior turned his back on the plate, walks back to the top of the mound to receive the throwback. He thought he was going into a strikeout walk.
Could definitely see the Revs hitting for Diaz to start the ninth, then putting Tyler Clark behind the plate.
2-2. Breaking ball, this one high.
Because then Clark right now is able to throw and catch. That's no issue. It's just swinging the bat that's a problem with the finger. But his spot in the order might then not come up again for a while, so you could buy 3 innings of defense out of him while also getting a better bat to start the ninth.
Full count on Sienna. Rincon the pitch. Swing and a miss. He comes back to get him. Fastball at 93. Here it is, hit it. And Sienna did not. 2 up, 2 down, both on strikeouts.
Oh, that's big time gas right there from Junior Rincon. Fastball looks really explosive tonight. It's a great sign, and now it's all about getting that third out.
And it'll be James Skelton's first at bat of the night. Came in to catch last inning. Skelton hitting .272, 2 homers, 23 driven in. And the first pitch, swinging, he bounces one foul down the first base side. The backup catchers to Skelton might be the ones that get the fewest time in the league. As it's a shock when he's not in the lineup. He plays just about every single day, even at his possession. There's the 0-1, breaking ball just inside. Not built like a catcher. He's listed at 5'11", 165. Now that might be what he was when he signed his first pro contract still, but he is not a big guy. Pitch is outside, 2-1. Revs down 4-3 here in the top of the ninth. And they will be facing Scribner, the closer, in the bottom half. Rincon trying to keep it a 1-run game. He steps off, wants the signs again with Diaz here. And now they're on the same page. Set up in, ready with the 2-1. It is high and in. And now ball 3. 3-1 on Skelton. Former Tigers draft pick. Made it to AAA. Been in this league with 4 teams. The 3-1. And a swing and a high fly in left. Mesa right in his tracks. Now trots back. Oh, reaches out to his left. Almost misread it, but he makes the play. 1-2-3, top of the ninth inning for Junior Rincon, and the Revs with their last at-bats coming up. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning here at People's Bank Park. It's New Britain 4, York 3.
There's a lot of talk out there about good health care. We all want a good plan. But step outside and take a good look at all those beautiful trees and shrubs in your yard. Do you have a plan to maintain their good health? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care has a veteran staff of 12 fully licensed and trained tree health care professionals to rely on, including 10 certified arborists and 3 PA certified horticulturalists. So don't let your trees and shrubs fend for themselves against Mother Nature. Visit heritagelawnandlandscape.com and get world-class care right in your backyard.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Getting pumped for another year of high school football? All this month, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK lays it all out for you in the High School Football Spotlight, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Catch a preview every day in August on Sports Radio 1350 as we break down the teams and the players of the 2018 York Adams League.
Or go to WOIK1350.com to access this year's complete lineup of high school football preview. Then, this fall, every Friday night, it's the High School Football Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Only here on Sports Radio 1350.
Listen live, on demand, and on the go. Download the new WOYK app on the Apple and Google Play stores today.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Bottom of the ninth inning, and the Revs trailing 4-3. It will be Jared Mitchell pinch hitting against right-hander Evan Scribner, the Bees closer. Conde comes in for Pilecki to play second base defensively. And for Scribner, it's his 30th outing, 1-3, 2.40 ERA, 18 saves. One thing with him, he's probably not going to walk you. 30 innings, 2 walks, 27 strikeouts. Has given up 25 hits. Opponents hitting .225. Here comes Mitchell as he is introduced. Scribner's given up 1 home run this year. If you're thinking about potential long ball heroics against him. Mitchell pinch hitting for Diaz. Witherspoon and Harris will follow. Here in the bottom of the ninth, Revs trimmed it to a 1-run game last inning. And down 4-3. First pitch, breaking ball, slow one. And it hooks over for a strike at 73. Probably not looking for that on the first pitch. Mitchell. Revs don't use pinch hitters often, but it's the 0-1. Fastball, swing and a miss. Now Scribner trying to speed up his bat. This is his first pinch hit appearance of the year. Just about every game he's played has been in the starting role. In fact, every game he has played has been with him in the starting lineup. The 0-2, and it misses up high, a fastball.
Got to find a way to get on base right here. Just a little single, a little bloop, anything.
He has spent most of his season leading off games. Now the 1-2, breaking ball low. And he's among league leaders in walks, runs scored. A walk would work. Revs got a leadoff walk last inning to start things. Scribner, though, barely walks any. He's ready. The 2-2. Breaking ball, strike 3 called. He backdoored it. And a perfect pitch right on the corner. Mitchell left looking. 1 down here in the bottom of the ninth. He was in the big leagues just last season, Scribner was, with Seattle. And now Travis Witherspoon up next. 0 for 3 tonight. 8 relief appearances for the Mariners just last year. 145 games in his major league career. First pitch, fastball, down and away. In the big leagues with the Padres, 2011's when he first went up, then the A's for 4 years, the Mariners for 2. There's the stretch, the 1-0. Swing and a tap foul over toward the third base dugout. 7 seasons, 5-4, 4.15 ERA in the majors. Spoon and then Harris. Scribner to the belt, the 1-1, and a fastball. He watches it right into the gloves. Strike called. 1-2 the count on Witherspoon. Revs have never led tonight. It was scoreless when New Britain scored 3 in the 4th. Pitch, Curveball, and he just got a piece. Out on his front foot, but able to get a piece of it, bouncing it foul back. Scribner was added probably mid-May, I guess it was. Here's the 1-2, and a fastball up high. Witherspoon starts to turn but lays off. He was with AAA Tacoma earlier this year. And 18 saves are the league's 4th highest total. The 2-2, and a swing and a ball shot foul the other way as Witherspoon fights one off, putting up a good battle here. His mission, the same as Mitchell's at this point, just get on base. Here's another 2-2, and a swing and a bouncer, foul again. That one down. Went down, got a piece, and it rolls over toward the Bees dugout.
Spoon can get on base, a lot of options with Harris then to follow, a lot of speed there. Stolen base could be a possibility. Hey, even a hit and run, something like that. Anything, give this team a spark, but it starts with Spoon getting on.
Another 2-2, curveball, tried to check, he went. It's in the dirt, smothered by Skelton. He'll step out and throw it down to first, and that's out number 2. Well, he kept fighting him off, but Scribner buried that hook. Witherspoon went too far on it. And he had been in foul-off mode, but on that one, crossed a bit too far. So Alonzo Harris with 2 down will try to keep things alive here in the 9th.
A good spot to hit his first home run of the year at Peoples Bank Park.
That would work.
23 dingers last year.
He hit his first this year on the road at Long Island Friday night, leading off the game. How about one near the end of the game? First pitch, it is off the plate outside. If he gets on, Alexi's watching over in the on-deck area. Harris tonight 0 for 4. Scribner the pitch, and it's a cutter in for a strike. Revs fans thought that one was low, perhaps, as Harris backs out for a moment to reset the mind. The 1-1, swinging a high fly, left center, it's shallow. Ford coming in, he is there waiting and puts it away. And the Revs drop the middle game of the series, 4-3 to New Britain, sets up a rubber match tomorrow. Frustrating night at the plate all night for the Revs, held to 6 hits and never led in this one, fell behind 3 in the 4th, and it was a comeback attempt the rest of the night that comes up a run short.
Yeah, tough night tonight, and look, a valiant effort there at the end to try to put a rally together, but they faced a couple tough pitchers and just couldn't do it there in the 9th inning. But Burgess, the sac fly to bring him within 1 in the 8th. And there were a lot of positives to take away from tonight. Robert Carson went 7 strong, but just coming out on the wrong end and to lose by 1 run again is definitely frustrating.
And Bees' bullpen has been a strength. They close it out for Hamburger, who gets the win. 4-3 the final score. Stay tuned. Post-game show follows next.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I'm spending that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32,000. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6,000 to $8,000. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
You'll always hit it out of the park with great Best Yet products from your